through the mountains, plains, and secrets of the world's bite, four riders seek honor, redemption, and discovery in the land of the Predator.
Journal entry, 4th day of Telleth. After a day of travel, we found the Felon tribe. It seems the devil found them first. The men have been slaughtered, and the women and children are missing. While searching the remains, we cleared the place of scavenging rats and vultures, and also a few gnolls and skeletons as well. But now we must return to our own untold tribe and inform Speaker Resev of this tragedy. With the extra food we have gathered, I think we'll make one more stop at the Turon tribe first. Perhaps they will be able to lay the dead here to rest. Marcus, son of Heroth.
In the shifting sands of the desert, Crusovian war tribes fight an unending war centered on four hidden holy sites. But their home is in the mountain range known as the World's Bite, and formerly believed to be the farthest anyone could travel to the west. A nomadic people, the Crusovians are known to adopt others into their tribes, but born or adopted, all Crusovians must show themselves to be honorable and dedicated to their generations-long mission. Now let's get into it. Welcome back to the land of the Predator. The party has returned and reported to the Turon tribe on this, the 7th day of the season of winter. On the calendar, this is considered the 5th day of the month of Telleth. After receiving potions of dubious safety and accepting the hospitality of their hosts, Marcus was asked by the elders of the Turon tribe to make a side trip to a hidden secret temple of the Crusovians. Let's do this. Built high, in the mountains to honor Malachim. There at this temple, the peaceful, the elderly, and the wounded seek solace, healing, and devotion. The elders of the Turon tribe hope that the priests are to be told of the plague's beginning and the devastation of an entire tribe of the Crusovian people, that they might invoke Malachim for aid. Now, on the morning of the 8th day of winter, the group makes ready to head to the southwest, while strong winds blow howling through the mountains. Now, you may note we have, finally, a map. This is where we started, at the Untal winter home. We set out on the 3rd day of our adventuring, through and out of the Untal range to the Windspeaker's cairn. On the 4th day, we reached the Turon tribe's range. Let's do this. There we go. Where we met with the Turon tribe and went northeast from them to the Felon range, where we then found the Felon tribe slaughtered.
And that was quite a felon.
A felony, I think. Then we returned to the Turon tribe, who had wandered further north from where we had originally met with them. We are now here with the Turon tribe. This horse token is going to be our party. It's going to represent our position on the map. Okay? As we come awake, I need Tanner, Roscoe, and Throk to each give me a Constitution saving throw. Okay, I said Tanner, Roscoe, and Throk. I did not say Marcus. There you go. That didn't work. There we go.
The first roll was Throk, and the second roll was Roscoe.
I was going to guess. Marcus, you and Throk wake up, stretch, and despite the hacking, the coughing, the moaning of the people around, you can hear the sounds of illness and disease, racking, wet, phlegmy coughs, a few throwing up, all about you. You feel pretty good, actually. As for Roscoe and Tanner, significantly unwell. Their eyes look bloodshot, and there's a curiously unsettling colored discharge from their nostrils. I don't feel so well.
I second that.
Marcus and or Throk, anything that you want to attempt or do?
Roscoe has cure wounds for spell use. Maybe he should try using some.
Marcus, are you there? Hello?
Yeah, I could probably use lay on hands to cure one or two of them. Del, how much energy do you think you have for casting spells? I don't want to overwork you, but I wonder how much you might feel comfortable sparing. Basically, I'm trying to kind of ask, like, how many spell slots do you want to burn on this?
And you were talking to whom?
Roscoe.
Oh, I thought you
I
said
meant Roscoe.
Del.
Did I say Del?
I
thought you
not
said
sure.
Del,
I'm
and
sorry.
I'm just like, who's Del?
Nope, I apologize. I think my brain got a little rusty overnight or something.
I mean, it almost feels like a long time has passed despite us only sleeping for one day.
That is totally my mistake. But
Roscoe,
basically, I'm trying to, I'm trying to ask how many spell slots you want to be able to put into that. Or not.
Roscoe, if you wouldn't mind putting cure wounds in the chat. I beg your pardon.
Sorry, tried to clean all the wax out of my ears.
You clean the wax out of your ears and it comes away a dribbling slime.
Ugh.
That is slightly coagulated.
I know I'm half orc, but ew.
Now, do keep in mind, cure wounds is for wounds, injuries, not diseases.
I don't know about you guys, but I feel a little wounded.
Roscoe, whoever would like to can give me a medicine check. Tanner and Roscoe would do so at disadvantage. Thank you, Marcus. Medicine. Nope, Tanner fails.
I'll give it a try.
That's not bad.
And that's a disadvantage.
That is a disadvantage. Did Throk want to give it a shot?
I'm no good at throwing or rolling anything, but I'll try.
Oop, twice apparently.
Oop.
Throk has
See?
no idea what's
I'm
going on.
not good.
Roscoe and Marcus, both of you are able to discern that whatever this disease is, it's causing strange lumps beneath the surface of Tanner's and Roscoe's skin, and both Tanner and Roscoe are developing especially heavy bulges beneath their eyebrows, such that if this continues much longer, they probably won't be able to see through their own eyes.
Roscoe, do you have any spells for curing disease?
I don't think so.
Oh, please go ahead.
I don't think so.
Okay. Was it just Tanner and Roscoe that were sick then?
Yes.
Okay. I'll use 2 lay on hands to heal them.
That will take 5 per cure or healing.
Yeah. That's what I meant.
Also of note, Marcus, you no longer need to make Constitution saving throws for this, because you have a 3rd level ability. Thank you. I was about to ask you to put that in. Called Divine Health. You are immune to disease. That's handy.
I think when we return to our Untold tribe, though, we'll need to speak to a medicine person and see what we can do to more permanently resolve this. Or maybe
Whoever
just
would
get
like...
some...
Go ahead. What is that?
Or maybe get some cure disease potions.
Potentially. Whoever would like to can give me a history check at normal. Oops,
Trying to remember who in this party ever studied history. I can't seem to remember that much either.
Marcus is drawing a blank. I assume that 13 is Roscoe.
Throk! I know history. I read books.
I do think that Throk is actually the smartest member of the party. Oh no. Did Roscoe want to give a history check?
Do I roll at disadvantage?
No, you are cured at this point. Marcus laid on hands.
Oh, let me blow my nose first.
Lovely.
Ugh. Oh, wow, I can breathe again. Ugh. So, you need me to throw some history at you, huh?
Unfortunately,
I would have to say by history lessons, Throk knows more than I do.
Tanner and Throk, you both realize that in the last several days, you mostly have encountered the diseases when among crowds of people or after having been wounded. Roscoe, before we set out, since we are among a people who have things that they can trade, I'm aware that there's an item that you have been wanting to get your hands on, particularly a ranged weapon of a type, yes?
Yes, I have been looking for good kinds of leather that I can use in order to make a sling.
Well, you can certainly see if you can attain leather to make a sling, or you can even attempt to find out if you can find an actual already crafted sling.
Either or, it would be very beneficial to me.
Indeed. Do you have... I've already looked, so I don't need to ask. I'm aware that you have about 60 sling bullets. Do you have 3 pouches?
I don't know. Let me check in my inventory. I have it all in 1 pouch.
Okay, so you are aware a pouch can only hold about 20 sling bullets, so you would need to get 2 more pouches.
I do need 2 more pouches for sure.
Also,
So the other ones are just held up in another sack or something in my knapsack.
That would make sense. Also, keep in mind that currently you are over your carrying capacity.
Yes, I do need to give some over to Throk, so then that way I can walk better.
Correct, because as you are right now, I believe you have to move at half speed, but I will check real quick. Oops, I'm in the wrong section. Wrong chapter. I need not that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of things that Throk doesn't have.
Hold on, please. Carrying capacity. Here we go. If you are encumbered, which means you're carrying too much weight. Hang on. Oh, this is a variant rule. My bad. I forget where it is, actually.
What are you looking for?
Carrying capacity. This is a variant rule, which is not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a specific rule.
Yeah, it does actually say down in my thing. Over carrying capacity in red.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Here, Throk, come over here and take some of this. Okay.
Depending, I will have to do more research on this later because I don't want to waste time doing it right now. But basically, if we were in a combat map, your speed, I believe, would be reduced by about 10 feet.
Okay.
Which, especially since you're a little guy and you have a short range, anyways, you probably don't want to be encumbered. Now,
no, not really. I would like to make my move and run away as best as possible.
Indeed. In order to obtain pouches, you would need to trade. A single pouch weighs about 1 pound. So if you want a pouch, you would need to trade 1 pound worth of something valuable to whoever has that pouch. Please give me your choice, perception or investigation, to see if you can find someone who's trading in slings and pouches.
Okay.
Marcus, do you want to accompany him? Or Throk, do you want to accompany him? Or how do you want to do this?
Well, first of all, how do I do it?
On your character sheet, you would go to your skills and click on either the investigation or the perception.
Okay.
What are you asking if we want to help him with? Are we just like...
Basically,
or am I just...
Basically, we're trying to see if we can find pouches for Roscoe to store his extra sling bullets in, as well as a sling that he can shoot them off with.
So I would like to go find the tribal elder, and see if I can ask him for anyone that would like have these types of resources to trade for. And I would like to try and use like a persuasion to play nice, offer him some compliments.
You can do that. Roscoe, would you like to accompany him, or would you like to try and find what you're looking for on your own?
I would like to go find whatever I can on my own. Throk can accompany me and help me investigate, if that's possible.
Is he proficient in investigation or in perception?
His investigation is 1 point below mine.
But is he proficient in it?
No.
Then he cannot give you the help action, but he can take independent investigation or survival checks of his perception checks of his own. Marcus, you can certainly go to the elder. Excuse me, if you so wish. Roll.
And I'll offer him some compliments about the tribe and how well everyone seems to be doing here, and basically ask if I can if there's anyone that might be able to trade for these sling and pouch materials.
That's an excellent investigation check, by the way, Roscoe.
Yeah.
Marcus, did you want to actually roleplay the words, or are you satisfied with just describing?
Just describe. I don't really have much roleplay on it. Sorry.
That's fine.
Why, thank you, Marcus. It's good to hear that you have enjoyed your stay despite our unfortunate dilemma and illness.
Give me a persuasion check at advantage, because he is not doing good.
Now that you mentioned it, there are a few people, I think, who are still peddling their wares down by the weavers and dyers, who may have the chemicals they need for treating the leather. One or two of them may be sick, but I'm not entirely certain.
As he breaks off into a hacking cough. Roscoe, you and Throk make your way to the markets. I assume, Marcus, that you, having obtained this information, are heading there as well?
Yes.
Excellent. Pardon. Marcus, roll me a d6. You arrive a few steps behind Roscoe and Throk. It's easy enough to spot where they are because Throk towers over most of the adult men. It's like a walking signpost. Roscoe, as Throk is basically much like Fezzik, everybody move.
Love it.
Throk is essentially moving people out of your way as you wander the streets and you make your way through the to one of the small marketplaces. You can see signs that the size has vastly reduced. Many of the typical stalls and tents that would have been set up for trade are either not set up at all or closed. There are still a few people offering small wares, trinkets, a few weapons here and there. Marcus, do you want to say anything as you catch up with them?
Other than just generally guide us towards whoever the tribal elder said would have these resources? No.
That would be okay. That would be the tanners working near to the weavers and the dyers, the people who make and dye the cloth.
Yeah.
We're working together. You do work your way over, and you find two different people. One is a surly-looking man. He's missing one eye, and his other eye is faded and scarred so much that he looks as though he's locked into a permanent frown. The other is a tiny, almost bone-thin man whose hands constantly rub together, like he's wringing his hands over and over and over again. Welcome, yes, you come to trade, yes? I have leather, you wish for leather, saddles, armor?
Yes, I do need some leather so I can get myself a couple of pouches and also find a leather sling. For my
You don't want to go to him. He'll rob you blind, says the one-eyed man. If you want pouches and sling,
He'll sell you rotten leather hides, but I'll sell you the sling and the pouches.
Ugh, I'm not sure if I want rotten leather.
He lies, of course he lies. I have good leather, yes. Good leather, harvested just yesterday.
Well, let's see what you both have to offer. We'll compare them side by side.
They start pulling out various things. Whoever would like to can give me perception or investigation checks.
Did we bring Tanner along?
Have you looked around?
Ooh, I got
Excellent. And Marcus, do you actually look around for Tanner?
Sure. Mostly I just want Tanner with his keen ranger senses to help us with this search.
Roscoe, is that your perception or Throk's?
That was Roscoe's perception.
Okay. Marcus, you do spot Tanner a few stalls down. Ouch. In the midst of making a bargain himself. He has out Tanner. That is, Tanner has out his merchant's scale, and he's weighing something. The leather hide that the thin man has brought out seems pretty whole. Looks like it could be fairly well turned into sling and pouches. It'll take some time, of course. The hairs are a little coarse, and there are still some small patches of fur left behind, perhaps from the harvesting mentioned just the day before. The burly, surly, one-eyed fellow has pulled out what it does seem to be a functioning sling and leather pouches that are clearly designed to hold 20 sling bullets each. Pardon me. Anything else you want to do?
Throk, can you give a little perception on this? Smells like hide to me.
Wow. Throk, the hides brought out are definitely whole, but they're not nearly as supple or as ready for crafting as they might preferred to be. To make it simple, it could take quite some time to actually properly cure the leather in order to make anything out of it. It would seem that this leather, though serviceable enough, not actually rotten, is not actually quite ready for being turned into anything of use.
So what of Skinny Man's leather?
That is what I was actually describing.
Oh.
The sling and the pouches do seem of serviceable make and quality.
On one man eye?
Yes.
Let's go with the one man's hide.
Sorry.
The one-eyed man's
there we
hide.
go. Sorry, I wanted to make sure I understood you correctly.
Yes. I smell something else in the air, too. Food.
Indeed you do. There is the smell of sizzling meat nearby. Possibly bacon.
Wabba wabba.
Tanner is making his way back, slipping something into his pouch when he notices the rest of you.
Oh, Marcus, thank you for healing me earlier. I feel much better.
much less slimy.
Good, good.
Are you
Any,
trading for something?
While we're here, actually, have we noticed anyone selling potions or healing ointments?
If there are, they probably were already. Suffice to say, anything like that of healing nature has probably already been used, and the people who trade them are probably making more right now, and therefore they're probably not readily available.
Okay.
Are you looking for something specific?
Cure disease potions.
I meant what you're trading for right now. Roscoe, did you want to trade anything? As mentioned, 1 pouch is 1 pound, and you need 2 pouches. A sling weighs so little and is of such innocuous worth that basically he'll throw it in for free.
Okay.
We
well,
do have those spears, swords, and shields that we harvested off some of the creatures we killed. We can use those for trading.
You can offer them.
Let's see. How heavy is a whetstone?
Good question. Let's look at your character sheet, shall we? Do you have a whetstone on your character sheet?
I do. Or at least I'm looking at what's in my pack.
A whetstone is 1 pound. You have
Okay.
Pardon me. You have 2 of them.
Yeah. I'll give up one of my whetstones for a pouch.
I would say rather that you can offer it and see if he accepts the trade.
Oh, I can offer it.
Well, I've got.
Marcus, roll me d6. And yeah, let's start with that. And Throk, odd or even? Oh, even.
Even?
Even?
Next time I'm trying to ask you first before I ask for the roll.
Well, I suppose I can use a whetstone. Can't have too many whetstones. These days, you need your blades sharp almost all the time. I don't suppose you can offer anything to sweeten the deal a little bit. I could get a whetstone just by walking over the few tents.
And, how about... Let's see.
Marcus, or Roscoe, do you have stuff you're wanting to trade off, or... I thought it might make sense to trade off some of those extra weapons we picked up, or extra shields, maybe.
Well, again, it's not so much a matter. It's a little bit of what he's willing to trade, and it's a little bit of what the trader is willing to accept.
Exactly. And how about, let's see. I'm trying to find it somewhere in here because I already have the ability to create fire and to, take it away.
Oh, you're speaking of your tinderbox.
Yeah, so why do I need to have a tinderbox?
Well, maybe you're, I don't know. Who can say?
Throk, you have my tinderbox. Yeah.
Everyone looks at Throk like, why do you have Roscoe's tinder? Okay. So you're offering that as well?
Yes, I'm offering that one as well.
Tanner pulls out his merchant scale and weighs it until the one-eyed fellow squints. His eye is almost shut at this point.
Alright, that'll get you 1 pouch.
And he hands over the pouch and the sling.
Alrighty.
If you want 1 more pouch, you're gonna have to find another item to bargain with.
Oh, he didn't want that whetstone?
Oh no, he's apparently he didn't hear me. He said he's willing to take the whetstone, but he was asking for something to sweeten the deal.
Oh,
Would he
I
like
don't
a
have
shield?
anything to sweeten the deal, but a tinderbox, I thought that would definitely sweeten the deal.
It's okay. In essence, what I was trying to indicate was that he's willing to accept the tinderbox and the whetstone in exchange for one pouch and the sling.
Okay. Oh, gosh.
So if you want,
What am I going to do to get another sling or to get another pouch?
Would he like a shield or a sword?
I had something written down, and I don't know where I put it.
And I would like to try and use my persuasive powers
All right, give me a persuasion
to
check.
advise him that, tools to protect himself in these dangerous times might be of high value.
Give me a persuasion check.
Well, I already got a shield. I don't need another. I can only handle one at a time anyways.
Pardon.
But I suppose I could make do with an extra sword. My other one's starting to get a little wobbly in the hilt. You got yourself a trade, son.
Great. Pleasure doing business with you.
So you hand over one of the short swords that you took off the gnolls, or no, I'm sorry, the skeletons. I think yes.
Yes.
I'm going to check something because I think a short sword's worth a couple of pounds of material. We were doing this kind of pound for pound, right?
Typically, that's the basis, but there's always room for bargaining when there's barter.
Yeah. I mean, a short sword's a good 2 pounds. That should get us 2 pounds worth of material, right?
Yep.
So to clarify, you're trading one short sword, which, do keep in mind, it is not in good shape. It's pitted and cracked. What the? Sorry, I dropped something. So you're trading one whetstone, one tinderbox, and one short sword, and in exchange you get one sling and 2 pouches for holding your sling stones.
Yes.
Excellent. You make this exchange, and as we make our way from the fairly barren, grim, and sad little marketplace, Marcus is gonna do... Let's do this. Yeah, okay. Nat 1. He is looking around, but unfortunately this area seems rather short on brush, or something has flattened most of the brush, and or stripped most of the brush clear. Unfortunately, right now he has not found any twigs or sticks that Roscoe can use. Yet. Alright. We saddle our horses, mount Crow and Longstep, and we are going to start making our way out of the camp into the southwest. Yes?
Yes.
Okay. In that case, Tanner now has to make a navigation check. Oh, which, double checking. Yes, okay. This he gains advantage on because the sky is, for the moment, clear, although there are clouds approaching rapidly. Well, that'll do. Either would have succeeded. 24 or 26. With far more ease than he tried finding the, excuse me, twig, or twigs, or sticks. Tanner's like, we need to go that way. I've received from the elders a series of waypoints to look out, landmarks to look out for once we get to the necessary mountain.
All right. Well, we have our heading.
And There are strong winds, and it is a very brisk but not too bitter 30-degree temperature as we set out. During the first several hours of journey, all that happens is the strong winds bringing dark, thick gray clouds bulging with the promise of a heavy white burden for the land. Oops, that's not what I wanted to grab. Let's move you there, and now I can grab this. There we go. That's better. So we are setting out at around 8 in the morning. Okay?
Okay.
So, getting to here, that is now 9 o'clock. I need to open something real quick so I can double check, make sure my things. Wrong thing.
Oh.
Yeah, fair. Okay. It is. Okay, so that's 1 hour, 3 miles. Right around here, as we travel, around 10 o'clock in the morning, the winds finally die down. There are only light winds. However, snow is falling thick and heavy across the land to cover the already thick blanket of snow. It is difficult at all to tell any feature of land from one from another thanks to the heavy burden of snow, let alone see much more than a mile away. And yet Tanner continues leading the party unerringly on a direction that seemingly only he knows which way it is. Let's see. 1, 2. I need to use my measuring stick. So we have been traveling for half the day at this point. So Tanner is going to, at disadvantage because it is hard to see through all this snow.
From the way you're paddling, I would have thought you'd have the eyes of a hawk and the ears of a fox. But maybe not.
So loudly, we could have shot him in the dark.
Perhaps not, but perhaps I might surprise you yet. And Tanner leans over in Longstep's saddle, thrusts his hand into what you could have sworn was just a hill of snow. There's a sharp crack, and he pulls out, covered in snow, a long, thin branch of a bush. Will this satisfy you, Roscoe?
Well, what satisfied me?
Tanner proffers to Roscoe the long, thin branch, which you might be able to break apart into various pieces with sharp ends.
That is the perfect amount I need. Thank you.
I'm glad I could be of assistance. As he turns back and starts and nudges Longstep into step again. He is so basically having found the direction and begun traveling. Tanner's no longer navigating because apparently he seems to know the direction despite the snow. So he is being alert to danger, and he's also going to see if he can find I'm going to still say a disadvantage. He's going to see if he can find anything for food, foraging for food supplies. Unfortunately, no. It is getting on to, double checking, 4 in the afternoon. The snow is still The snow is still falling heavily when Tanner brings the group to a halt on a hilltop. He leans forward, tilting his head against the whispering wind and brushing aside the thick flurries of snow. I hear voices. and drums on the wind. I do not think they are human voices. Oh, no, wait. I do hear women's voices.
I also hear crunching noises.
I do as well.
Like
I'm not sure what that's from.
chewing on something.
I was eating some of the snow.
Not the
Annoying.
yellows.
Yeah, please do not eat the yellow snow.
Sorry, I was just going to correct on that.
If it helps, your response was funny enough that I was going to give you a point of inspiration anyways. Unfortunately, you already have an inspiration point, so I can't give you one.
Yeah. But you said we heard women's voices?
I hear women's voices. It's a little difficult to make out. They are intermixed with voices that I do not think are human. And Tanner will point a little bit to the west and south, more west than south of our current hill. If you wish,
gauge how...
I'm not entirely certain, but I could, if you like, I can make a scouting mission. I will take more care than usual to not be noticed.
I suppose so. You don't have any...
Any...
Sorry. I mean, I would think they'd have to be within less than a mile, right?
Sound can echo oddly and differently on these hills. It could be within a mile, it could be 2 miles, it's hard to tell. Without being able to see them and measure the distance exactly, I'm afraid I can't tell you. But if you give me an hour to go out and scout, I'll do my best to not be noticed.
Alright.
So Tanner's going to dismount and take off his armor. It takes him 1 minute to unstrap and remove all his armor. He lays it across long steps back and covers it all with a blanket so that when he comes back and puts it on, it won't freeze him to death.
Smart.
He's also going to eat one of the Dalek beans. Since he doesn't have his armor on, he wants some extra health. So because he is not wearing armor, that's off. He also does not gain the benefits of the defense fighting style. However, he will keep his shield on his arm, so Tanner's armor class is currently 14. And then he's going to give a quick blow whistle, and Crim's going to flit through the air and land on his shoulder. As he crunches a little bit away. And where's my... There he is. Crim... That's perception. Let's do stealth. The bird is sneakier than I am. Crim takes to the air, apparently disturbed by the noise. Wow! And there's a sharp crack and crumble of ice from underneath the pile of snow. And Tanner's just like, perhaps if I slide, I'll go quieter. That's better. And finally, he gets a good... He slips away into the snow, and finally is quiet.
Mm-hmm.
During the hour he's away, do either of you want to do anything?
I think I'm gonna go ahead and take a Dalek bean. Those temporary hit points don't really expire at all over time.
Until you take
damage.
They expire when you take a long rest. Were you not aware of this?
I was.
I get the feeling that someone just thumbed their nose.
Well, since I really don't have a whole lot of armor or shielding or anything, I'm gonna take a Talon Sap.
Are you injured?
Oh, no, wait, that's what Talon Saps are good for. No, I'll have a Dalek Bean instead. Thanks for reminding me.
I'm glad you thought of it before you drank one or ate one and had no effect. I'm glad you know what a Dalek Bean does, though.
Huh.
Does Throk also want to take a Dalek bean?
Beans.
I
Love
take
'em.
that as a yes. Anything else you want to do during the hour that
I
Krim
just don't know if he has any right now. Let me check.
noted? While you're checking, Marcus, is there anything else you want to do while Tanner is away for this hour?
I don't think so. I will. I'll set Roscoe on watch because I want to make sure no one creeps up on us while we're distracted.
Roscoe, what is your passive perception?
12.
Okay, -5 for disadvantage. If you're relying on vision, then I'm going to have you subtract 5 from your passive perception for disadvantage. If you're
Alright.
relying on hearing or smell, then you will keep it at 12.
I'll rely on hearing and smell,
Excellent.
since my nose is completely clear from all that sludge earlier.
Although it is dribbling slightly from the cold now. And then, while Tanner's away, he needs to do this. Stand by. Okay. Yep, he's going to rely on his sense of smell as well. Nice. Perception, there it is. Krim getting to add Tanner's proficiency to his own check means he comes away with a total of 10. Alright, Marcus, I'm sorry I interrupted you. Is there anything else you want to do during this hour?
Can't think of anything else off the top of my head.
Okay. After an hour, Marcus returns trudging quietly through the snow. Noted Roscoe is away from keyboard. Roscoe, despite your awareness, you failed to hear when either Tanner or Krim come stealing back to the party's position. Tanner does not seem overtly cold, but as soon as he returns, he immediately starts strapping back into his armor. As he looks up at you, Marcus, there's trouble ahead. I found a trail. Not of footprints. I found blood on the snow. Roughly about 6 human-like creatures have dragged 5 other human-like creatures and a beast up from the south through the snow in the last 3 hours. They have a fire burning. I smelled some recently cooked meat. And I did find... He holds up a rather grotesque object. It takes you a moment, Marcus. Tanner found a bit of torn off skin from a thorn on a brush. This is skin of an orc. If I had to guess, there are some 6 orcs ahead who have taken some prisoners. And since I heard women's voices earlier, I would presume that they are planning distasteful activities.
Well, sounds like we have some dark things to cleanse from this land. Gather your weapons. We're gonna go take care of this.
There is more. I did see that there is a beast in a cage just south of the fire that they've lit. Because he took an hour to go ahead and scout, it is now pardon me. It is now about 5 in the evening, which means A, twilight, B, no wind, and no snow. Welcome back, Roscoe. Did you hear what I was saying about the situation ahead?
Not necessarily.
Marcus, would you like to sum up, please?
I forget how far away, but it sounds like we found some orcs who have some prisoners, and maybe I'll be eating them or doing who knows what else.
Specifically female prisoners.
Yeah, so we'll be going out there to kill them. That sounds like a good plan. I hope everyone agrees.
Oh,
I assume
joy.
you
I
mean-
really care if you
I
don't.
I assume you mean kill the orcs, not the prisoners.
Yes,
You,
of
you
course.
just said them. I wasn't sure.
Oh.
I thought this would be clear, but I guess maybe you can borrow Throk's history books.
Oh gosh. Also, for you, Roscoe, you would have heard that Marcus specifically noticed that there was a captured beast that the orcs have with them that they are keeping in a cage south of their campfire.
I wonder
yeah.
what kind of beast.
Do we have anything as far as what type of beast that was?
Unfortunately, I was not able to get close enough to get in order to see anything that was going on. I would have risked discovery. I assumed you would not have wanted that.
No.
No, definitely don't want
No.
that. Real quick, everyone gather up. What options do we have for creating light?
For creating light?
Yes, it seems that we'll be making a night raid on these orcs. I presume most of us are not eager to fight in the dark, unable to see. I am thinking we'll need a way to create some light as we engage them and, well, at least be prepared with the capacity to create some light.
Well, I have
Yes,
produced
it's fine.
flame.
I have torches.
And I can also light them for you without having to use a tinderbox.
That is
As it
good.
were.
You do not have a tinderbox.
Alright. So they might also have a campfire there creating enough light, but in case we're having a hard time seeing, perhaps one plan we can make is Marcus, Tanner, and I, or sorry, Throk, Tanner, and I can each throw a torch on the perimeter, and Roscoe, you can light them from a distance. Yes.
Hmm.
If I
Well-
Or do you
may,
need to touch them?
if I may, Marcus, they do have their campfire lit. I could hear it and smell it.
And all I really do need are a few pine cones.
You find it? Do you need to touch an item to light it, or can you light it from a distance?
Let me go check on something. Because I want to say with Druidcraft, I can start a fire and end the fire whenever I want to, but I don't think I need to touch it.
Please do
Also,
check.
yeah. Also, going to check. Okay.
It is instantaneous. I don't need to touch anything.
Do please make sure that you are muted while eating. Yes, 30-foot range
You
with
are.
Druidcraft.
You are instantly, or you can instantly light or snuff out a candle, a torch, or a small campfire. If I wanted to make things a little interesting, I could snuff out their campfire.
Ouch. Let me see here. A candle, a torch, or a small campfire. So that would apply if it's a small campfire. If it's a large campfire, not so much.
Well,
Okay.
one can only hope.
Oh, yeah.
One can only
Okay. Let's go ahead and get back on setting a basic plan here. But
But yes, I would have to be within range of you guys in order to light your guys' torches.
okay. So as we get close, we'll try to make a quick assessment, and if there's not enough light, perhaps everyone will pull out one torch each and throw them around the perimeter. And Roscoe, you will be responsible for getting those lit to create some light for us.
Yes.
I'm just making a quick
Another-
note adjustment.
Another plan I hope everyone might be ready to try and consider would be as if I'm able to designate a target, perhaps everyone can try and focus their attacks on that given creature until it dies. If we all work together and focus our assault on one creature, we can hopefully kill it quite quickly, and that'll help weed out the more dangerous enemies.
Possibly.
So, if I understand correctly, you're asking Tanner to go riding in with a torch in hand, but unlit. Is that what you're suggesting? I'm sorry?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean,
Okay.
I think it's kind of depend on, like, as we get close and figure out just how much light is going from their own camp.
Okay.
But yeah.
Let's then move to the battle map. So if you will notice, there is a green line right here. If you can't see it because you don't have dark vision, I understand.
Cannot.
Okay. Let me draw a line from Tanner. Do you see that arrow?
Yes.
Okay. Once you get to that green line, you are within visual range of the enemy camp. Further on from there, there is another line that I've drawn in pink that indicates the audible range. So once we are past that pink line, they will hear our approach. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
Right?
Is that what? And you're trying to? Yes, that is what you're pink.
Cool.
This button.
So here we're there's a green line. Here we're visible, and here we're kind of hearable.
Audible, yes. Ouch. So we can approach from here and get to within that visual range, if you so wish. There is light coming from both the setting sun and also from the campfire ahead. Tanner will take the lead. Also note there is a note on the map. All snow-covered areas are difficult terrain.
Mm-hmm.
So you all can move up to where Tanner is.
I'm gonna go ahead and cast Bless on Marcus, Tanner, and Throk.
Thank you. That is concentration. Please put the concentration token on yourself. Wait, this damage modifier is silly me.
Oh wait, hold on. What's the concentration? Oh, it's up to 1 minute. I'll wait until we get a little bit closer, but here pretty soon I'm going to be casting that on everyone.
Do keep in mind it is a minute to. It's an action to cast.
Yeah.
So what you can say is you can say that you're going to ready an action to cast it. That would still expend the spell slot and have you still be concentrating, but not activate the spell itself. Does that make sense?
This is hard.
What is hard?
This is hard because I really want to go in there as one of my animal forms or animal shapes.
Yeah.
With Fog Cloud already activated, so that way we're already covered. But then how am I going to light your guys' torches as well?
You would not be able to do so while in animal form.
I
Now,
know.
The other thing you can consider, they have a campfire. If you are holding an unlit torch, you ride up to the campfire and thrust the torch into the campfire, that would light it.
That is an alternative.
We are among some scraggly trees. About 40 feet tall, more or less, each of them. I wanted to open this. Marcus, I'm going to steal your character sheet for just 1 second. Oh, you already have it on there. Okay, never mind. I'm out of your character sheet.
What is it?
I was just going to add bless to your attack rolls, but you already have it. So, I'll shut up.
Okay.
So we are among some scraggly looking trees, just outside of visual range of the camp. Ahead of us is a field of tall boulders varying from 15 to 20 to 30 feet tall. Beyond that is a hill. We are currently below the level of the hilltop, but from the hilltop we can hear women weeping and crying. We can hear them in pain, in fear, etc. Tanner and Roscoe can hear the rattle of chains. It is safe to assume that the women are bound in place and unable to escape.
Roscoe, do you think you have anything you'd... Oh, sorry to interrupt, but do you think you'd be able to have anything you might be able to do to undo the bindings and get them out?
I don't think so.
Simply put, Marcus, the best way to know that is to get up there and see what the nature of the binding is. It could be ropes and chains, it could be locks. Without seeing what it is, it's hard to know.
Yeah.
Where was I? Ahead, so we're in the trees. Ahead of us are some boulders. Beyond the boulders is a shallow hill slope up to the top where we can see the glow of fire and the voices of women in fear. And also the raucous noise of orcs. Clearly jubilant that they have captured such easy prizes. Marcus, do you want us to proceed at stealth?
Yeah, I think we'll proceed at stealth to the ridgeline, and then we'll all try to charge in at once.
All right. Everyone, go ahead.
Yeah, never mind.
Are we all gonna try to stealth first?
Indeed.
Yeah, we'll proceed at stealth basically to the ridgeline.
Roscoe, there was specific mention of a imprisoned beast. Is that something that you are interested in trying to free and rescue as quickly as possible, or are you more interested in helping the female prisoners?
I mostly want to help the female prisoners first, and then I can worry about that beast.
Fair enough. All right, everyone who wants to can give me a stealth check. Keeping in mind, the snow is no longer falling, so there's no more visual obscurement. There goes Marcus' stealth check, which is a 7. Here's for Tanner. Once more at disadvantage because he put his armor back on. Tanner's surprisingly quiet for once-ish. I assume that is Roscoe.
That is Roscoe.
Here is Krim. Krim is... It's almost like the bird's not even there. Okay. Why are you rolling in?
Oh, sorry, Throk. Wait, what?
Throk rolled a battle axe attack.
No, he did not. That must have been a glitch.
I think that was a glitch. Okay, so
yeah.
Let me see here. 1, 2, 3. Out of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is going to be an. So basically, this is a group stealth check, and while there were definitely some failures, enough people succeeded that we're going to approach quietly. So follow Tanner's lead here. To here.
Were we gonna try our horses to go stealthy?
No.
Okay.
So go ahead and follow Tanner's horse. You can do so in single file if you so wish. As we draw nearer to the hill, Tanner is going to whisper to the others of you. There are bushes that line the hilltop. Beware that some of them might have thorny vines.
Are there gaps in these bushes? I can't tell.
There definitely are, but just beware that drawing near to the bushes can have unfortunate consequences.
Alright. And yes, I'm gonna ready my casting of Bless, and basically probably, I think I'll use the I think I'll basically use initiative as the trigger.
If you want, you can go ahead and cast it right now. Since we are basically we're close enough that even with the difficult terrain, in one more movement we're going to be at the hilltop. Do you want to cast it now or no?
I was hoping to use like the initiative roll as the trigger, basically, so that as the combat starts, we get the full 10 rounds of effect.
So two things about that. One, that's not a discernible. That's a metagame mechanic. You wouldn't be able to use that as a trigger alert for your readied action. Second thing is that would also use your reaction, which means you would not be able to use your reaction for anything else for one round.
Okay, yeah. All right, I'll go ahead and cast it now, I guess.
Okay. I'm trying to help you out.
Yeah.
All right, if you would please follow Tanner up to the hilltop. Thank you for putting that in the chat, sir. Yep, 45 feet.
That is on all the martial characters.
Excellent. Tanner, Marcus, and Throk.
Yeah.
And that is for saving throws as well, or attack
saving
rolls
throws
and
attack rolls at a d4.
Okay. If you would not mind going ahead and putting yourselves at the top of the hill. Marcus, would you care to join us? And since you're casting the bless spell, then Tanner would have taken an action to whisper to Krim to basically be ready to attack. That takes an action. Alright, so as we climb up to the top of the hill, what we see as we come up between two bushes that do indeed look like they have thorns, or thorny vines, immediately to our west is a large roaring campfire, a bonfire. Directly south of that bonfire is a cage with a sleek black panther prowling about and looking quite irritated. Northwest of the fire is a scraggly looking tree with 5 women, one of whom is not human. The non-human woman is, where did I put there it is. She is wearing leather armor that looks rather battered, and all of the imprisoned women are, they're almost dead, currently. They are being harassed by what looks to be 6 orcs. Is anyone looking at Tanner? I think Roscoe and Throk are in a line of, are where they would see Tanner, whereas Marcus would have Tanner in the corner of his eye, so to speak.
Roscoe and Throk are actually right behind Tanner.
Okay, so they would be able to see his back, but not necessarily his face.
Right.
Okay. Marcus, you have Tanner in the corner of your eye. Please give me an insight check. And Roscoe and Throk can give me an insight check as well, but they'll get a different result based on what they can see. Nice, Marcus.
Here's Throk's.
Thank you. Wow.
Here's Roscoe.
Roscoe notices nothing. He's
actually tucked behind Throk's back.
Throk and Marcus would both notice that Tanner suddenly went very tense. Marcus, you alone would see Tanner's face, which is usually calm and just kind of bland, polite, etc. His face suddenly twists up with a murderous rage that is being constrained. And we can all roll for initiative. Don't forget to roll for your mounts as well. Thank you for that performance check. Ooh, my neck.
Wow. My horse sad.
Your horse is
Not
tired
paying
after a
attention.
long day of travel. Note, it doesn't look like you clicked on your horse's token, Marcus.
I definitely did. I even separated them just to make sure I clearly clicked on each one individually before rolling.
Weird, because I don't see. I just added mount, and it still comes up as Marcus's warhorse. Oh, that's right. I haven't changed the token. My bad. Save.
So,
Uh,
did Evan?
what was that 21 roll for? Was that for Roscoe? Roscoe, Throk, you're muted.
That was for Throk.
Wow. I don't see Roscoe in the initiative tracker yet. Ah, perfect.
That's
12.
not bad.
So this is going to be
Yeah,
12.
Crow ended
9.
up getting a 9. I'm so sorry.
Marcus. Crow. Mount with a result of 2. Rock with 21. And Roscoe with 16. So Roscoe, Throk, Mount Crow, Marcus, Longstep, Tanner, and Rude. Let's add Crim in there so I don't lose him in the tracker. Put him, let's see, at 12.9. Alright, let's get this sorted. Need to check. Okay. Let's move this over here so it's not in my way. And there's one more thing I need to double check. Okay, there we go. I'm going to have Crow go ahead of Tanner and Crim in the initiative order.
Okay.
Not that it matters because he's currently being controlled. Alright, so because everyone passed the stealth check, guess what? We get a surprise round.
Yay!
So this person's surprised. 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 Crow is not surprised, but he's being ridden and controlled. So now it is Tanner's turn. Tanner has an unlit torch in one hand, his shield in the other. And he is going to... Crim's already in attack mode. Make sure I don't grab Throk here. Hey! Going to here. That is going to take all of Longstep's current movement. And Tanner is going to swing his war shield down at the back of the head of one of these orcs. Getting a total of 10. Wait, they're surprised. So that should have been at the first attack. Darn it. The first attack should be at advantage because it's coming out of nowhere. Sorry, everyone. Alright, so that's going to be a total of 25 for, well, 7 slashing damage. Alright. Same damage roll each time. Tanner's going to drop the torch right there. I will put a token for a torch on the map. Oh, moving. Come on. Token. Torch. Hang on. Now it has to think. It only takes 3 billion years. That's not what I want. Let's do this. And there. I'm going to leave it right there. It is currently unlit. So Tanner attacks, drops the torch, and he's going to try... I'm just going to try it. I don't know if it'll work, but I'm going to try it anyways. I'm going to try to grapple him. This will be at normal. For athletics. Nat 20. Let's see if you can beat that. Don't beat that, don't beat that, don't beat that, don't beat that. Not beat that. I've grappled an orc. I'm going to have Longstep take the dash action, wheel Longstep about, and basically... Oh, I don't want to grab that. Essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag the orc straight into the bush. Oh, I guess I can turn that off. Hang on one second. Delete, save. Alright, and now the orc has to make a dexterity saving throw. If I can open his character sheet, that would be awesome. That's going to be a 9, which is, I believe, not enough for a Razor Vine, if I could find Razor Vine. I just saw it recently too. Where'd it go? There it is. Alright. That is a fail. Who would like to roll 1 Delta 10 slashing damage from the vine to the orc?
I'll do it.
Go for it.
1d10.
Please and thank you. The orc's going to take another 3 damage. Thank you. And get back over there. There we go. It's now Crim's turn. Crim is already told to attack. So Crim's going to flap on over, and because he has pack tactics, he gets advantage on the attack. Stab with the beak. Okay, he stabs with the beak. He pecks out the orc's throat.
Ooh.
There's a gout of blood, and no one is quite sure what exactly killed the orc, whether it was being slammed in the head by a shield, thrown into a thorny vine, or ripped apart by a bird.
That's
Kind of hard to
powerful.
tell, really. Throk, it is now your turn.
Come, Crow, let's go closer.
And I can almost hear Roscoe. No, thank you. Ooh. And recall that we are in difficult terrain.
Oh, right. Alright, let me just take it back here. That's actually 45.
There you go.
Oh. And then Roscoe, or not Roscoe, but Throk, already had something in mind. Let's see.
I suppose I should.
I'm going to remove one of my spears. 2. Instead of 3. Okay. And then he's going to throw a spear attack at this guy right here.
Excellent. You have advantage on the attack without using reckless attack because they are surprised.
Yes.
Hurl your spear, young Throk. Young, enormous Throk. A 14, thanks to Bless, becomes 17. What's with the +2 damage? You left your rage checked, sir.
Oh, whoops. Okay, ignore that.
A 17 is definitely going to hit, not take 2 damage from rage, and instead take 5 damage from the spear.
Yeah.
He screams. The other orc didn't even get a chance to scream. He got bonked, dragged, thrown, and stabbed. Sorry. Throk, you threw your spear and stuck it into the back of the calf of that orc's leg. Marcus, what are you doing?
Sorry, just trying to measure and put him in when he comes.
Gotcha. Anything else for you, Throk?
I want Throk to dismount and then start moving towards the pile of orcs.
Okay.
Well,
Recall that
pile of orcs.
Recall that dismounting takes half of your movement, and you are in difficult terrain.
I remember.
Okay. Continue with your movement.
Let's see. How much does he have a movement speed? 25. Okay. Nope. That's wrong.
Throk should have 30.
Throk does have 30.
There you go. So once you dismount, it's 15.
There you go. That's dismount. And then 5, 10. Hey, he's already in the group.
There you go. Would you like to bonus action rage, Throk?
I would like to bonus action rage.
You are enraged. That's a very polite rage. What have we been using for rage? You know what? I'm just going to use the lightning bolt. That seems to make sense.
Okay.
I don't remember if that's what we've been using or not. Alright,
I
Throk,
think we have, actually.
Fair enough.
So,
Throk, that was your movement, action, and bonus action. So you basically used everything. Mount is controlled. Roscoe, it is your turn.
well, let's see. I can't control Crow's movement speed, so I have no idea what the heck is going on.
Well, and
But,
Crow also used up all of his movement speed anyways.
Yeah, so, well, I can't really do anything, but except dismount.
You can
And-
also...
Ooh,
Go ahead.
I was gonna say, whoa, that's a really cool panther. I'll come back for you later.
You use half your
Let's
movement
see.
to dismount, which you have 25 feet. Where's my
Yep.
mouse?
Let's
So
see.
I'm gonna say you have effectively 15 feet left.
Effectively. Okay.
I'm rounding.
I think what I'm... Gosh. I think I'll just have my dagger in hand.
Okay.
What?
I was gonna say basically you can move one more square unless you dash.
Okay. Let's see. No, not that. Blah, 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 blah. My stealth wasn't all that great, was it?
Whether it was great or not, you're kind of revealed at the moment.
Yeah, so I'm thinking I might do something else instead, but everybody else is there, so maybe I'll do... Wait a second, how far away am I? Let's see. Oh, no, stop. I am 20 feet away, and this guy can possibly be of help to me. Okay, I'm gonna try Charm Person.
No. Wisdom saving throw. The orc is going to have advantage on this because we're fighting him and his companions.
But aren't we still in the shocked mode?
Yeah, but we're still fighting them, so he's still going to have advantage. It's right there in the spell.
Okay.
They can't go, right?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, what was
never
that?
mind. Sorry. Nothing. I was making a mistake. Nothing.
Wisdom saving throw 12 for 12. That meets it, beats it. Sorry. By 1. Oh, that's so
Nice.
close.
All right. Well, that's one thing. I cannot wait until I get like a 7-second level spell slot or something. Then I can use Charm Person on that, maybe.
You
Or
would be able to
can I?
target. You can use a second level spell slot. You would target 2 creatures instead of 1.
Yeah.
What you
Oh
really
well,
need to
it
do.
was worth a shot.
Yeah, it was. What you really need to do is increase your wisdom score. That will increase your spell save DC.
Yeah. Yes. I'll try doing that the next time I can level up on that.
Fair. That was your action and your movement. You have one more square if you want to move anywhere?
Well, I'm gonna move down here.
Okay. Longstep is controlled. The panther is constrained within a cage. Marcus, it is your turn, sir.
I'll come out here. A little bit of a gap between me and the bushes. Up to here. And is this creature is this a monster or is this a humanoid with the captive?
You would know this lady to be a dragonborn.
Is she chained or tied in some fashion?
Yes, that's what the little circle token indicates.
Okay, that's what
Pardon me.
I'll make it.
You have a torch in hand, I believe, yes?
No, because there's enough light from this campfire that would have been put away as I approached.
Oh, well, if you told me that, I would have pulled out a different weapon than a torch.
Sorry. Well, that's it. Never mind.
You didn't
I tried
tell
to
me
say,
that at all.
Well, I tried to say like it kind of depends, like on like how much light there is as we approach and whatnot. Because I wasn't sure if it was gonna be a large or small fire. But anyways, I'm gonna make an attack on this guy here.
Okay, with your glaive, I assume.
Yes.
All right, you have advantage on the attack roll. Well, that's gonna hit. With Bless, that 17 becomes a 21. Did you want to Divine Smite? It is up to you. That is 13 damage. Do you want to Divine Smite? You seem to hesitate. Okay. Very well, then I shall apply the damage. That hurt quite a bit. You do have a
I
bonus
will
action.
swing the half round.
I was gonna say this would be at normal. 13 plus 2 is 15. Sorry?
Are we still on the surprise?
Yes, but you may recall that
Yeah.
the first attack has advantage. After that, no. So 13 becomes 2 with Bless. So it, I'm sorry, becomes 15 with Bless. I know math! And that would have hit, causing another 6 bludgeoning damage. There's a sickening crack as you open the orc's skull and spill out his orcish brains. Nice.
And then I will yell a taunt at this one.
Do
Good.
share.
Doom is come, fiend. Come and face it. As I back up a little bit.
Do you speak orc?
I speak goblin and orcish actually.
Okay. Give me a. I mean, you called him a fiend. He's an orc. Give me
Yeah, I
a.
just wanted to feel bad.
Give me a persuasion check. Oh dear. Versus. Wait, why is he on advantage? That's weird. Okay, well, we'll go with the first result. He kind of stares over you with, like, huh? On his face. Like, he has no idea why you just called him a fiend.
I'll
They
also have
are
a horse take the dodge action before I end my turn.
excellent. Thank you. I will put on your horse a token to indicate that it is dodging. There you go. Dodging. The orcs are surprised. Wait, what? Gotta check something. Give me 1 second. Okay. My apologies. Alright, so top of the round. Surprise has ended. The Dragonborn lady, that's all in chains, is staring at Tanner with a glinting light of cruel mockery in her eye. And she just cries out, "Oh, not you again!" And she's going to take the dodge action. In fact, all of the restrained and bound women are. All of them are wearing manacles, and they are chained to the tree by what looks to be pitons sunken through the wings. Let me just put on here, dodging. Come on, dodging. And dodging. And last one. Dodging. Okay. Do. Roscoe, the snow in front of your feet suddenly boils, shakes, and shifts as a grotesque rat pushes its way up out of the snow, turns its gimlet eyes upon you, and goes to bite you. Eventually. There it goes. I get a 17 on Roscoe.
Yeah, it's gonna hit me.
Roscoe, you're going to take 6 points of damage to your temporary hit points.
Mm-hmm.
And I need a Constitution saving throw.
There. And then Constitution.
Nice! You feel gross. There's definitely something more to this rat's fangs than just points. It's probably a bad idea to get bit multiple times by this thing.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Crow. I get a 16 against Crow's ankle.
Oh.
For 3 damage, and I need Crow to give me a Constitution saving throw. So he should be at 16 hit points. Oh dear. Crow is now diseased.
Oh no.
And Crow cannot regain hit points by any means other than magical.
Okay.
So let's do -3 to Crow. There we go.
Thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. It is Crow's turn.
And I just cleared away his screen. So.
What would Crow like to do?
I think Crow got a little irritated, and he liked to use his melee attack.
He may buck at the giant rat. These do seem to have unusual sizes
Oh my
for
gosh.
rodents. Aw, you missed it. He gets a 25 to hit, which definitely hits, and 8 points of bludgeoning crushes the head of the giant rat that is a unusual size. Anything else for Crow?
Inspiration point if you don't have one.
I think this could very well be my first inspiration point in this game. I'm not entirely sure. And thank you.
And a great reference, too.
Thank you. Thank you. Alright, so that was Crow's turn.
Rodent of unusual size.
Tanner just kind of rolls his shoulders, like, pulls out, Marcus, you have some vision on Tanner. Please give me, what is your passive perception, please?
9.
I'm sorry?
9.
Oh, thank you. You see Tanner reach briefly for a dagger, hesitate, and instead pull out his lance. Wheel long step about again. Let's see. And he's going to make a stabbing attack against that orc right there, which I think, good grief, I don't even have to move towards him. He's in range. The lance is awesome. There it is. And by the way, again, if I haven't said it before, thank you for blessed. Let's see if that hits. That is going to be a total of 12, which is a glancing blow for 3 damage. And then I'm going to give Krim. I'm going to move in closer. Oh, I grabbed only my horse, not myself. Giving Krim a whistle, and Krim is going to gain advantage as he comes flapping in. There it is. Advantage. Eek attack. Critical hit! Okay, well that's 10 points of damage. Ow. And I'm not going to be able to grapple. Throk, you are enraged! And Marcus is confusing, but you are enraged!
Yep.
What would you like to do, sir?
I go and I reach for the spear that I stuck the orc with and pull it out and say, my spear. And then I attack him again with my spear.
Give me an athletics check at advantage because you are raging, as he's basically going. You and he are basically contesting over the spear.
All right, now do what now?
Give me an athletics check at advantage.
Oh, athletics. At advantage.
Basically, you're trying to pull the spear out of him, and he's trying to keep it out of your grip.
Okay.
Because he's like, no, you just gave me the spear. I don't want you to have it back. You take it back regardless. And that advantage was granted you by rage. You may continue with your turn, sir.
And then I attack him with my spear.
This makes sense. Are you reckless attacking?
No.
Are you wanting to use frenzy?
Let me brush up on what frenzy is again.
That is a bonus action to attack after you attack with your action. It will cause you a level of exhaustion when your rage ends.
Yeah. Let's see. If you do so, you can do the bonus action. Yeah, let's do that.
All right, frenzy it is. Stab and stab again at normal.
Here's normal. First attack.
That is going to be 13 to hit, which is actually exactly his armor class. So that is going to be 4 points of piercing plus 2 rage, 6 points of damage. And your frenzy, sir. That is 15 plus 3 is 18 to hit. With rage and piercing, that is 8 points of damage, and thus much death. And to the map he goes. Alright, Throk. Did you want to move anywhere, or are you pretty happy where you are?
I'm happy where I'm at.
As you wish. Mount is controlled. Roscoe, you are confronted with a diseased rat of disproportionate size. What would you like to do?
I'm going to use... Oh, dang it. It said charmed person. Well, in that case... I did not say that. Why are you doing that? My mouse pad is really sensitive, guys. I'm sorry.
Gotcha. No worries. I assume you're probably going to do something more like Thorn Whip?
No, I was actually just going to pull out my dagger and try stabbing it.
Oh, that makes sense. You can stab it. Stab at the rat. Stab it.
Just making sure that's on normal and not advantage.
Fair enough. That's gonna hit. I see the 20, I'm like, yeah, that's gonna hit. I don't even need to check the armor class. for 5 damage. The rat is still alive, which is rather disturbing.
Very. I wish I gave it more oomph.
Longstep is controlled. The panther roars and yowls from within its cage. Marcus, it is your turn.
I'm gonna ride in here. Right about here, opposite of Throk. Using that distraction and flanking to advantage, I hope.
Yes, that would grant you advantage.
And I'm going to swing my giant clave at his bare throat.
That's a crit.
Oh,
That's a crit. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I'm gonna check something. So you rolled an 8 on your damage dice, so that gives you a total of 11, plus 10 from the crit, so that's 21 damage. The orc that you confused is very dead, and still very confused.
You were supposed to chase me,
You
knucklehead.
didn't get the
Take that.
chance! You literally didn't get the chance!
I'm gonna use my butt and like as I chop this guy's head off, I'm gonna pull my glaive back and try to smash this guy with the butt end.
You have advantage on the attack thanks to flanking with Crim.
Cool. I'll take it.
Swing away. Unfortunately, that's not going to hit. That first blow was so on target, but that you sank the glaive's blade so deep into the mass muscle of the orc that it unbalanced you in your saddle when you wrested your blade free, and yeah, you just kind of wobbled it. Anything else for you, sir?
I'm going to have Mount take the dodge action.
Okay.
That is my mount. The mount.
Indeed. Mount is dodging as your mount.
And I'm going to ride back over here.
That will trigger an attack of opportunity at disadvantage.
Oh, did I say dodged? I meant the disengage. I think I might have misspoke. Sorry.
You did say dodge. Be mindful, but to be fair, I have sometimes mixed up the words dodge and dash. I like merged them into one word, so.
Yeah, I apologize. I used the wrong word.
No problem. What's happened here? Ooh. I'm sorry?
Before I end my turn, though, I would like to add a mark on the one that I missed my bonus action attack against.
Is that something that you apply when you hit, or or only when you hit?
When a creature makes a melee attack, it can also mark its target. So when I make a melee attack.
All right. Thank you very much. Excuse me.
I'll say, come and try me, orc. If you're brave enough.
I take slight offense to that.
Throk. Actually, Marcus. Odds or evens?
Odds?
Throk. Rolling 1 delta 6. Okay. There is a grotesquely huge grunting noise. It sounds vaguely, aside from just being huge, almost piggish. And then there's a whistling noise. As a huge javelin comes soaring out of the air, getting a 9, which I believe does miss Throk. The javelin slices through several tree branches, dropping them onto the corpses of the orcs, and the javelin goes whipping right past your hair, Throk. And then there's a huge, booming, thumping noise. Does anyone speak giant?
I speak trouble. That is trouble.
Valid.
No.
I do not speak giant. though I am very big.
It roars something in what is clearly a language, but none of us understands what it says. Right. The badly wounded orc that was just suddenly very startled by Marcus's haft missing his face, he is going to attack Tanner. He gets a natural 1. That missed. Rather epically. This orc is going to try and chop you with his axe, Throk. Getting a 15 to hit. The haft of his axe bounces off your shield. He didn't even get the blade close to you. Marcus. There's a cold, shivering, crawling energy up your spine. You hear a whisper that has nothing to do with the wind. A mournful cry as something rises from the earth. It glides with dreamlike speed. Excuse me. It will go directly past you, Marcus, if you want to use your reaction for an attack of opportunity.
Sure.
No.
Do I have any recognition of what this is?
Give me a religion check. And your attack of opportunity if you want to use it. have no
Attack
clue.
at normal, I'm guessing.
At normal, yes. A 14, thanks to Bless, is definitely going to hit. However, there's just you know you hit something, but it's almost like you cut a miss. Where you saw the miss divide, but it's not like you deeply wounded it, if that makes any sense. And this thing is going to reach down towards Roscoe. Roscoe, are you there? Because I think this thing just hit you.
Oh no, what thing just hit me?
You look up and there's a ephemeral whispering shadow hovering above the ground that just reached down and touched you, dealing you 16 necrotic damage.
Ew.
Don't forget, a lot of it will come out of your temporary hit points first.
Yeah. Wait, how much did it hit me with? 17?
A 17 to attack, yes.
Oh man.
My word. Just the way you say that. And then another mournful howl.
I'm now
Marcus.
at half my life.
Oh dear. Here comes a touch for you, sir. I get 19 to hit you, Marcus.
That'll hit.
Alright. Oh, that's right, because you don't have your shield. Even if you had your shield on, it still would have hit you. Do you have your defense style on, sir?
I do.
Okay. Alright, that is going to deal you 15 necrotic damage. Don't forget it hits your temporary hit points first. The tree, so badly shook and broken by the enormous javelin.
Do I need to make concentration save?
Yes, thank you for reminding me. I forgot you were concentrating. Constitution saving throw. That is not enough, unless you want to use your inspiration point. Yes?
No, but Bless should be on that.
Truth. Okay, that's going to be enough. That is a total of 13. So Bless remains active. The tree that was struck by the enormous javelin, still shivering and shaking, seems to emit a series of shrieking cries, and strange, tiny black shapes burst out of the branches. And a moment later, we realize wrong button. There are 3 bats that are now flying out to attack. Going after Crim. Where's my there it is. That's not gonna hit. Crim has 14 armor class. That does not hit. Alright, this bat is going after here. And going after the orc. That actually does hit for 1 piercing damage. And the final bat is going to go here and is going to attack Tanner. Okay, so that's kind of cool. Defense, fighting style keeps me from being bit for 1 point of damage. All right, we return now to the Dragonborn lady who looks over at that thing. She gives a searing hiss. And let's see. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. There we go. That might help. Constitution saving throw. Let's go. It succeeds at saving throw and is not suffering whatever she just tried to do. So she is no longer dodging. The others are dodging. And then there are multiple booming footsteps. Come on. They are using their action to dash to get there. Startled by the sudden approach of thing, the rat that is of unusual proportions is going to turn and bite at the unusual thing. They hit? Well, what do you know? He actually does hit, dealing a measly 3 damage. Crow is not controlled. What would Crow like to do, Throk?
That's a really good question.
Because
how about he
just
uses his moves against a weird, glowy, shadowy thing?
That makes sense. Go for the attack, Crow. I will grant Crow advantage because he is effectively flanking with Roscoe.
All right.
Go, Crow.
Manage.
Very careful to avoid saying Joe. That's a crit.
Oh,
21 bludgeoning damage. What is your horse?
a good horse. That's what he is. A good horse.
No joke. That's 11 points of damage that thing just took. Wow. Okay, Tanner.
11 or 21?
Your horse dealt 21. The thing took 11.
Oh, I see. Oh, he has that special bludgeoning thingamajig.
Tanner is too close to the orc to use his lance. He's going to interaction stow his lance. Action, use his shield. First, before I do that, Tanner's going to use a little bit of brains. Move down this way and gain flanking with Crim against the orc with his warshield. I forgot to do it with advantage. I'm silly. Alright, let's re-roll that. So either 20 to hit or 17. So the 20 is going to hit. That's going to deal 5 bludgeoning damage. And therefore kill the orc. he's out of the way. Bonus action, I'm going to try and grapple the flying bat. At normal. The bat, of course, is going to try and dodge. Okay, we're going to re-roll that because we matched. Athletics. That thing is just way too slippery. It dodges effortlessly. Let's see. That was my action, my bonus action, interaction. Krim is going to trigger an attack of opportunity from the bat he's flying next to. Ooh, that's gonna hit. Krim takes 1 point of damage. Come on. What is going on here? Okay, I can't alter his hit points. Rude. And is going to fly at the bat, gaining advantage with pack tactics. This bat, I think, is going to die. The bat dies. Krim just flies straight at it. It beaks, spears the bat right through the chest. For 5 piercing damage, the bat falls. Just going, what hit me? I'm confused. And then go over to here. How far did I move? I moved 10 feet, which cost me 20. Alright. Krim is already done. Throk, it is your turn. You are faced with a orc who tried to hit you with an axe. Oh, and your big brother's in trouble.
Well, I'm gonna do like I did last time. But attack this guy.
Alright. Are you using Reckless?
Should I not? The only bad thing is that the opponent on his next turn gets to use advantage against me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well, what the heck. Yeah, I'll use reckless attack. Whoa, don't do that.
Don't do that.
So what, reckless attack allows me to attack with advantage?
Yes. But it will make it so that everyone who attacks you has advantage on their attacks against you for 1 round.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Oh well. Let's just do that anyway.
You only live once.
Might as well go out fighting. So I'll attack with my spear.
Yeah, that'll hit. For a total of 9 damage, 2 from rage, 7 from your spear. As I briefly forget which weapon you're using. Come on.
Spear.
And you now have bonus. You have advantage on your attack with your frenzy bonus action.
And stab.
Good thing. That becomes 20 to hit, which becomes 8 piercing and 2 rage, 10 damage, which is more than twice what he had left. Or twice what he had left, excuse me. He had 5. You killed him with 10. It's hard to tell if Throk's actually enraged or just really, really happy. Alright, Throk, did you want to move anywhere?
Now, time for the rat to go.
Noted. Okay. Okay. And that's your movement. I think that's it for your turn.
Yes.
Mount is controlled. Roscoe, you're in trouble.
Now, time to go wild shape.
I'm going to disappear. This hurts.
And I plan on going into Panther mode.
The panther next to you goes. Roscoe panther form. $12.16. Okay. That was your action.
Yep.
Anything else for you?
Well, I would very much like to use my movement and kind of get out of there.
You can. It's going to trigger an attack of opportunity.
That's true.
But it's up to you. I mean, at least this time if it hits, it's not going to be doing your actual hit points damage. Unless, of course, it destroys your panther form.
True. Yes, I am going to move this way. Oh, or at
Okay.
least try to.
That will trigger 2 attacks of opportunity. One from the
Yep.
rat and one from the whatever it is. You get a 16 versus your Panther armor class.
Armor class is a 12, so the 16 is good. Oh my gosh.
The 16 necrotic damage is going to wipe out your wild form, which means you're going to return to your normal form and take now 4 points of damage instead of 16
Darn it.
points. Hey, think of it this way: you took 4 points instead of 16.
True.
That is a win.
And
This button. Sorry, give me a second.
move one of my wild shape. There we go. Now I'm down to 1.
So don't forget to subtract another 4 hit points from your total.
Right.
And don't forget your wild shapes come back on a short rest.
True. I'm now at 8 hit points left.
Do you have a bonus action to heal? Like I think healing word, or I don't think you have that as a spell, do you?
I don't have healing word. One thing I do have that I completely forgot I have is a healer's kit. How do I use that? I know it's going to be an action, but
You use it as an action to stabilize a dying creature. If you have the healer's kit and the healer's feet, then you can restore hit points.
gotcha.
Does
Oh,
he
well.
have,
I guess
do you
I-
have health potions or like
Oh, I've got health potions. Yeah.
Yeah, he's got lots. He just uses action to shapeshift first. Anything else for you, Roscoe?
Well, I'm way down here, right? That was what? Most of my movement speed?
20. It's a 10 to get there, 20 to get there. Yeah, pretty much. Unfortunately, your panther form shielded you from most of that blow, but oh well.
Oh well.
Still,
Throk,
that's
help
better-
me out, buddy.
That's better than taking 16 points of damage when you were only at 12.
True. But then I also could have just stayed put and waited until my next blow.
Yep, true. So that's your turn. Long step is controlled. The panther is constrained. Marcus, it is safe to say that whatever is behind and whatever is fighting you is definitely undead. Definitely undead. You're welcome.
I think for the moment, I'm gonna try to come down here. I'm gonna have my mount take the disengage action first.
Okay.
And
Decisions.
I think I'm gonna try to reach out and kill this bat.
Okay. Just flick your glaive out because you brush the thing, it's gonna die. You brush the thing and it dies.
As well as I'm gonna swing around and also try to kill off this rat.
Okay. With your bonus action. A 17 hits. Yeah, 17. For 7, and that does kill the rat, crushing it flat to the ground in an unusually large hole.
And then I'm gonna call to Tanner and Throk. Work together! We must kill these ghosts together! Focus on one, and as I point at this one, focus on one together! As I try to kind of call us all to work together and attack the same creature.
Noted. Do you remember, per our discussions, you can do that at the beginning of our group's initiative.
Okay.
Just give a quick order, command, etc. It's fine that you do it on your turn as well. It's just, gotta remember that you can do that at the beginning. Alright, so Marcus, that was your action, your bonus action, most of your movement, unless you want to move anywhere else. Marcus? Oh, he's having sound issues. Roscoe and Throk, can you hear me okay?
Oh yeah, I can hear you.
Yay! Oh, there he disappeared. Alright, there he is.
What?
There you are.
Okay, yeah.
You've returned to us at the turn of the tide.
I hope. I'm not quite sure we're there yet.
I didn't say it was a turn of the tide in our favor, it's just a turn of the tide.
Come back to you now.
Did you want to move anywhere else, Marcus? Marcus?
Yeah, I'm thinking real quick.
Okay. Give me a sign you're alive.
I think I'm gonna try to move down here.
Ah, fair enough. Alright.
Like I went around Throk and whatnot.
It is the big guy's turn. Oh, he's not set correctly in his square. That might explain why I'm having issues with it. There we go.
Where is the big guy? Oh, there he is.
Can he reach me? Can he reach me? This is the question. Yeah, he can reach me. I don't need this character sheet. So that can go away, and that can go away, and this guy is gonna swing with a great big old club at Tanner. Yee! Okay, well, defense is not gonna help me here. Ow! Alright, so 10 is, my temporary hit points is gonna absorb most of that. Yay. Dealing me my regular hit points 3 points. Ow, 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 ow. Throk.
Oh no.
This thing writhes, whispering through the air towards you.
That would be interesting. Not yet, I think. Not yet. It's going to reach out to touch you, sir. Hide behind your shield. Oh, you hid behind your shield.
Ugh. I'm allergic to spirits.
The other spirit flows through the cell, through the bars. It will trigger an attack of opportunity from you, Marcus, as it comes right up to you, floating right through all physical obstructions.
Captured Panther should also have an attack of
I agree.
opportunity.
Where's its character sheet? Oh, wait, there it is. Nope.
Oh, so close.
Marcus, did you want to use your reaction and make an attack of opportunity with Polearm Master? Marcus?
Yes.
Okay. You may fire. Or swing. Swing. You may swing. That is a 10, which is a glancing blow. Would you like to Divine Smite? Hello?
Not just yet.
Okay. That is your choice. That hits, but only barely. The final bat is not very smart. It's going after the big guy. Shockingly, the bat does not hit. Top of the round. Let's see, where is her character sheet? Okay, there it is. You know what? She's gonna try and do this. Nope. She strains at her chains and her manacles, and to no avail. The cold metal does not yield. Dexterity saving throw for this guy. Come on. Turn. That was too far. Do not turn that far. Ah, don't shrink. Fine, stay there. Dexterity saving throw as he brushes against the bush. The bust. That is a success, I believe. Yep, he succeeds. And just for the heck of it, he's going to swing and give a backhanded swing to the bat. And utterly to his embarrassment, misses the bat.
A swing and a miss.
The other big guy comes up, utters something. The attitude is very much to that of, "You idiot," like this kind of an attitude. And the bat suddenly goes very splat.
No, that's not how you do it. You gotta swing like this.
Oh, I accidentally skipped Crow's turn. Crow can move up and attack the ghost at advantage, flanking with Throk.
Okay, right here.
Indeed.
And let's see, War Horse. There we go. And at advantage, hooves.
Oh my word, that hits. For 9 bludgeoning damage, which is going to translate to 5. And that was Crow's turn, which means it's now Tanner's. Marcus, this would be, since this is the start of our group's turn, this is when you could give orders, okay? Marcus?
Yeah.
An order.
I guess he's still trying to call for everyone to focus and work together on this ghost.
Okay. I'll be there as soon as I can. I'm a little occupied. Totally worth it. Let's see. Tanner's going to have long step disengage. Come on. There we go. Move this way. Distance. He's in range. Get out of the way. Oop, too far. Too far. Unfortunately, I can only catch so many, like 2. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Bonus action, he's going to cast a spell. And his brow furrows in concentration. And then he is going to make an improvised ranged attack. I'm going to use my point of inspiration for advantage. That's better. A flask goes spinning through the air, smacking into the big shoulder here. And the big guy and the nearest smaller big guy both have to make dexterity saving throws.
Oh, there's 3 of them out there.
Uh-huh.
I thought there were only 2.
Nope. Spells, my save is 13, so the big... the big guy is gonna succeed. Sorry, hang on. Okay. The big guy succeeds, the other guy fails. Marcus, roll me 1 Delta 10.
Odds.
So this guy's gonna take 4 points of damage, and this guy's gonna take 7 points as Hail of Thorns explodes against both of them. And this big fellow here is covered in a slick, dark, oily liquid. Let's do that for oil.
I like it.
And that seems rather risky. I'm going to have Krim fly down there, gain advantage, and attack with pack tactics. Well, 25 is going to hit on the spirit thing, which deals a total of 6, which translates to 3. Alright, and then finally, I forgot the rest of my movement. I moved 5, which cost me 10. 10. I'm being silly. 10, 20, 30, 40. I think there. Alright. Throk, it is now your turn. You have advantage from flanking with Crow.
Advantage. Alrighty. And I have spear in hand and attack.
Uh, 23 is going to hit.
Okay, only 6 damage, but it ends up turning into 3.
Yes, 4 from spear, 2 from rage. 6 becomes 3, very good. And that does leave you your bonus action if you went to frenzy.
I do have a bonus action, but it's not what you think it is.
Ooh.
Because apparently, Throk knows history. Throk studies. I have a flask of holy water that I want to use on him. Oh, wait, no, that's not the bonus action. The bonus action is something else entirely.
You would have to use your action for that. Sorry.
No! Oh, I was looking at the other thing that was used as a bonus action, which is the potion of fire breath.
Uh-huh.
No! I looked at it completely differently. Oh, no.
But you still have your bonus action if you went to frenzy.
I will use my bonus action for frenzy.
Throk knows his history, but Throk is also very angry, and so he forgets his history.
Because of rage!
Precisely.
Okay,
You may
another spear attack on him.
Stab.
Oh, this one's 9 piercing.
Okay, that's gonna hit. Thank you, bless.
Yeah.
And yeah, rage. 9 from piercing, 2 from rage, total of 11. Excuse me. So that's going to translate to 6 points of damage. All right, Throk. That was your action. Also, keep in mind you don't actually have an empty hand currently for holding a vial. You can use your interaction right now to put your spear away so that you have an empty hand on your next turn.
Yeah, but I think Roscoe also knows exactly what Throk was planning on doing.
Probably.
So he might actually want to help.
Possibly. All right. So, Throk, you're going to end your turn there?
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Mount is controlled. Roscoe, it is your turn.
Well, let's see. You know, I want to help out my friends, and I'm also really hurting. You know what? I think it's probably best that I heal myself, because what help am I if I'm dead? So
There is that.
there is
Excuse
that.
me.
So I am going to use a hack and leaf brew, which is 8d4 plus 8. Let's see. I have 8 there. It's going to go down to 7. And it's 8d4 plus 8. Let me break out the calculating add modifier thing here.
What?
8d4 plus 8. And roll for healing.
Nice.
23.
Was that a hack and leaf brew?
That was a hack and leaf brew.
You are back up to full health.
Hallelujah.
You can, if Marcus is willing to allow it, you can try and climb up onto Mount with Marcus. Unfortunately, Marcus is also tending to run straight towards danger, so it's up to you.
Well, gosh, options. I'm gonna try and run up onto Marcus's mount.
All right, Marcus, do you let him up?
Sure.
Roscoe, you clamber up and duck down against the heavy armor of Marcus.
Woo!
Please help! I'm vulnerable. Excellent move, Roscoe. Excellent turn, Roscoe. Long step, controlled, panther restrained. Marcus, it is your turn. You can attack this creature, or you can attack this one and gain advantage.
I almost wonder if you should use a little holy water, though.
Actually, I agree with that. Yeah, I think that sounds like a pretty good idea. I'm gonna use Throk's example there. I'm gonna take out a bottle of holy water. Although it's always, is it always a thrown attack with holy water?
It is always
They do
a
a
ranged. It is always a ranged, improvised attack.
So I'll have Mount disengage
Okay.
and pull back a few feet, and then I'll the holy water.
You still have an enemy within 5 feet of you, sir.
Okay, so yeah, never mind on that, I guess.
But you can still move a little bit more. You can throw.
What occurs to me actually, like, so I should have advantage and disadvantage, right? So that's normal. Or
that
if
would
I
be. Okay, hold on. You would have advantage if you were making a melee attack. You aren't. If you're using the vial of holy water, then you're making a ranged attack, whether you're trying to splash on something within 5 feet of you, or if you're doing it from ranged. Flanking applies to melee combat. I was considering this earlier as well.
okay. Then
So-
yeah, I guess I'll disengage and I'll ride over
Yep.
here.
Then you would at least attack. Roscoe, go ahead and move yourself. Now you can make
Yep.
a ranged attack at normal, or you can use your inspiration points if you. Do you still have it? Or did you use it earlier?
I'll use my inspiration.
Alright, you have advantage. It is an improvised weapon, which you are not proficient with. So you roll me 1d20 plus your strength mod. And roll it twice for advantage. Oh, and don't forget your 1d4 for bless.
Did you get all that?
We just watched Spaceballs, so my brain immediately went to that. Okay, that is going to be a 26, which does hit. Which means, because it's undead, bear in mind, this would not work if it were anything other than a fiend or undead. This is undead. Roll me 2 Delta 6 radiant damage. And Divine Smite does not apply to this. Alright, it's going to take 6 radiant damage. And it took all 6 of it.
Yes.
Marcus, that was your full action, and some of your horse's movement and action. Anything else for you?
No, I don't think so.
Excellent. It screams in rage. The now oil-covered big guy, quite annoyed at being stung by tiny little thorns, and also now just covered in this stinky fluid. He's out of javelins, so he's going to use an action to dash. And paying no mind whatsoever to the bound up prisoners, which was part of what I was hoping for. Marcus, and in regards to your question, only if they're vulnerable, which I need to check on that actually. Not vulnerable. So that guy dashed and is now very close. Alright. Let's see if this is accurate. I gotta check something. Come on. Good. Center. Let's. Linger is on. Okay. Let's check this. I'm going to say only certain creatures can see this. The one that you just splashed with holy water is going to... its face, Throk, which you're staring directly at. Marcus, I think you're staring at it. Roscoe, I would say you're not. So Krim, Crow, and Throk and Marcus are all staring at this creature that just got splashed with holy water. Its face, which you've only seen as like a dim suggestion and glowing eyes, suddenly falls away. And what you see beneath the ephemeral mask is a disgusting, half-melted, slime-ridden skull that opens its toothless maw in a terrifying scream. Throk, Krim, Crow, and Marcus, please all give me wisdom saving throws.
And
Just on my screen, or did your guys' entire screen go green?
It is not on yours. It's because I was measuring something.
Oh, gotcha.
Marcus, what were you saying?
I was gonna say, for those that have it, don't forget to bless.
Correct. So for you, Marcus, that would be a total of 11. Throk, a D4 and your wisdom saving throw plus a D4, please. You're still on advantage.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay. We'll follow our normal house rule, which is to go with the first result, which is a success even before you roll a D4. All right, Krim, wisdom.
All in the wrist.
Okay, right, wisdom saving throw for Krim. There we go. Krim gets a 21. And for Crow, please hit the wisdom button for Crow. Perfect. You
Plus
all succeed. Wait, hold on.
Plus a
okay.
D4?
No. The D4 is bless, and it's only for the marshals. Marcus,
No.
Brock, and Tanner. Okay, so I was... Krim succeeds. Throk succeeds. Marcus, you half succeed, if that makes sense. Essentially, Marcus, you're the only one who's going to suffer the effects of this. Oh no, I'm sorry. Marcus and Crow are going to suffer the effects of this. You're just not going to suffer the worse version of this. Marcus, you and Crow are utterly terrified of this thing. At the end of each of your turns, you can repeat the saving throw. While you are frightened. All right. While you are frightened of this creature, you have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Mm-hmm.
Hang on. I'm just gonna look at the frightened condition instead of trying to pull it up from memory. You have disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of your fear is within your line of sight, and you cannot willingly move closer to the source of your fear. That is true for both Crow and Marcus. Believe me when I say the other options, that if you had failed worse, you probably wouldn't want. And that's its action. And now this one is going to continue to pursue you, Marcus, which does trigger your attack of opportunity at disadvantage, but with bless. Yeesh, the words.
Sorry, what was that last part?
This creature just moved up to you, which triggers your attack of opportunity if you want to use it at disadvantage, but still with bless. Right. Right. Alright, so that's going to be a total of 14 to hit.
We're gonna go with the first result on that.
Yeah, right. Which does actually hit. Would you like to Divine Smite?
Yeah, sure.
Alright. Which means if you're using a first level spell slot, which means normally it would be 2d8, but since you're hitting an undead, I believe that makes it 3 delta 8. I think you get 1 more delta 8.
Hold on. I'll just notice it real quick.
Thank you. For first level spell slot, plus 1 more delta 8 if it's an undead or a fiend. And yes, this is an undead, so roll me 1 more delta 8. I'll just add it to the earlier roll of 7. So it's going to take 3 damage from the slash, and And this, oh my goodness, 12 damage from the Radiant, the Divine Smite. Nice damage there, Marcus. Excuse me.
Well done.
Right, top of the round. The Dragonborn, who is still imprisoned, is going to growl ferociously and strive once more to try and break free. Wait, hold on. Strength, okay. Just raw strength. She does not manage. And she's growing more and more infuriated. Alright. These two big guys start jostling and arguing with each other as they continue forward, following after the giant fellow, using their action to dash. And dexterity saving throw for that fellow as he brushes up against another bush. Well, that's a fail. Throk, roll me 1 Delta 10. Throk, there you are. Alright, he takes 5 damage from hitting the razor vine. Ouch. Right. Crow is frightened. He can still attack, and because he's flanking, he gains advantage, which cancels disadvantage, which means he can attack that ghostly figure at normal. If you think he can do so.
At normal.
That still hits for a total of 4 damage.
He's the best war horse ever.
Unfortunately, does not disperse the thing. Tanner.
So
Indeed.
close.
Tanner pulls out a bottle. Tanner gulps the contents of the bottle.
Oh no!
Ooh!
How's the hot sauce?
That's a little spicy. I'm going to have long step disengage. And as I ride away, I'm going to turn and look over my shoulder. Take a breath, looking directly at the really big guy. I just want to make sure I know what the rules are. Why did I close the book earlier?
And you
Here
belch
it
out loud.
With my bonus action, I exhale fire. At a
It's
target
a
within 30
spicy
feet.
meatball.
Dexterity DC, saving throw, or the big guy. Well, that's a fail.
Oh.
Marcus, would you do me a favor and roll me 4 Delta 6 fire damage? He takes 11 points of fire damage, and he's covered in oil. So the oil ignites. Which means... it's a target that takes an additional 5 fire damage from the burning oil. So it's lighting on this round. It's going to burn for 2 rounds. I'm gonna have that happen on its turn. So this for fire. So that was my action and bonus action. I have 2 more breaths. I've only moved 5 feet, which cost me 10. 20, 30, 40, 50, 55. Just leading all these big guys away from the prisoners. Krim, kill. Krim gains advantage from pack tactics and goes after the spirit being. Gets a 21 to hit for 5 damage, which is reduced down to 3. Marcus, you and Crow are no longer terrified. because the source of your fear is now gone.
Yay!
Woohoo!
There you go. So that was super helpful of it, as in not.
Thank you.
Krim gives a derisive whistle and flies away. Just like, I only did it for him, not for you. Throk, it is your turn.
Oh gosh, now what do I want to do?
That was 40. 45, 50, 55, 60. Well, there's 3 big guys to your northeast, and there's a creepy spirit thing menacing Marcus and Roscoe. And Marcus did say to focus on the creepy spirit thing.
Lots of choices.
And at the moment, Tanner's handling the 3 big guys, but basically only by focusing on one.
Hi.
Oh dear, you have advantage from flanking. Pardon me. I'll have to edit that out.
Stop. Oh, I really need to get me a personal mouse.
I mean, if you want a pet, I can give you a pet mouse. Squeak, squeak.
All right, here we go for advantage on the spirit.
Completely ignores me. Well, 25, I think will hit. 4 and 2 from rage, so 6 becomes 3. You slap it a little. Would you like to use frenzy?
Frenzy.
Rage lasts for a minute, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're in round 5. Surprisingly, 11 to hit hits. 8 piercing this time, and 2 from rage, so that's a total of 10, which becomes 5. You're chipping away at the ethereal protoplasm. Anything else you withdraw?
Do I have any intimidation stuff?
I mean, you're proficient in it.
I am proficient in it. I thought I was.
Would you like to try and scream at it?
Yes, I would.
Alright, give me an intimidation check.
Whoa! Dude,
What
stop!
happened there?
Oh my gosh, this mouse pad is super sensitive.
And you left it on advantage.
Whoa. Yeah, no, okay, I don't succeed. How about that?
That's...
Go with the first result, which is the 8.
Correct, and that was hilarious. You can have a point of inspiration.
Holy mackerel, what the heck happened?
Oh no! Mount is controlled. Roscoe, it is your turn. This thing is very close to you. Further, Roscoe, you've seen enough to realize that the mundane weapons don't seem to be hurting this thing very much. Magic wet damage, such as by radiant from holy water or divine smite, or perhaps spells, have definitely hurt it a lot more than mundane weapons.
Yeah, as I'm pulling out the flask of holy water and about ready to throw it at it.
Do keep in mind, you are essentially based with it.
I'm essentially wait, what do you mean?
Sorry, that's terminology which basically means you're within 5 feet of it. Which
Yeah, still
holy water is
throw.
okay. So holy water is a ranged weapon attack, not melee. So you will attack it at disadvantage and improvise weapon. So 1d20 plus your strength mod. Twice.
Alright, disadvantage.
Right
there.
It's not going to show up like that. You'll have to manually roll the d20 plus your strength mod and do it twice. Torby.
Alright, so there's the d20. And what is my... Oh, come on. Go to this other page. And my strength modifier,
Correct.
it's a 0.
Okay, so you'll just roll d20.
Alright.
Twice. You'll roll it twice.
Alright. This will be easier just doing it like this. Here's the first one.
Okay.
Wow.
That's a good roll.
And here's the second roll. Holy.
Wow.
Oh.
Okay, well, the 19 is gonna hit. Roll me 2 Delta 6 radiant damage
2 Delta 6 radiant damage coming up.
with 0 strength and disadvantage.
No,
well
wait, did you
done,
say
Roscoe.
Did you say 2d6?
Yes, 2 Delta 6 radiant damage.
How did I roll those?
I don't know, but you got really lucky and you deal 5 radiant damage.
Ah!
Alrighty. Do you want to dismount or stay where you are?
I actually want to dismount.
Okay. That will trigger an attack of opportunity.
Never mind.
Forgot about the disengage thing, huh?
Yeah, knowing that he could kill me with a single touch, I'm like, nope, I'm not doing that.
If Mount disengaged earlier, does that last for 1 round or just for the Mount's turn?
Just for the just for the turn on which that he moved.
Okay.
Which was your turn. Which, speaking of,
Yeah.
Marcus, it's your turn. Speaking of,
Alright. I'm gonna swing my glaive at this guy.
go
Good
for it.
idea.
Or
You
this
have
former
advantage.
guy.
You have you have advantage thanks to flanking with Throk. Well, that'll hit for 11 damage. Do you want to Divine Smite?
Yeah, I'll go and put that on there.
3 Delta 8 radiant damage, and you spend your last spell slot.
Nice.
Okay, so that's 6 slashing damage, thanks to its resistance. Plus 18 radiant damage as you deal really good damage. Nice rolls. So that's a total of 24 damage. Poof! It's gone. Alright. Marcus, you still have your movement and your bonus action. Sorry, you have your mounts. You have mounts movement and your bonus action. What would you like to do?
Take me to the women.
All very unsettling.
That was unexpected.
I didn't mean it like that.
Oh no! Roscoe could have a point of inspiration. Oh my gosh!
I can't write it.
You just destroyed a ghost. Take me to the women. Oh, Marcus, where you go?
I'm trying to figure that out. I want to see if I can get where I want to get or not.
Ow, my head.
That'll work. I'll ride Mount up here and I'll attack this wounded one.
Okay, Roscoe, please reposition yourself where Marcus is.
Ah!
Oh wait, that's not supposed to be an advantage.
Correct.
That's
So
a
we'll go with the
mistake.
first result, which is 11 plus bless of 2, which is a total of 13 to hit, which hits for 5 bludgeoning damage. You crack him in the toe.
Oh gosh.
Aha!
What a hangnail.
Speaking of
And I'll
Krakatoa,
have Mount dash
okay.
over here as I mark him.
Okay. Speaking of Krakatoa, the fiery creature takes 5 fire damage from the burning oil. That will happen one more time. Until the end of the attacker's next turn. So you would gain advantage if it triggers an attack of opportunity. Does not expend your reaction. Okay, thank you. It is the burning big guy's turn. He will trigger an attack of opportunity. You have advantage on that if you wish to use it.
Yes.
Swing away. So that's 24 plus of 4, so that's 28 for 11 damage. Ow.
I'm gonna chop you down to size, big guy. Maybe, if I last.
I get a 10, which misses, I'm pretty darn sure.
Yes.
Alright. Can she break free? Nope, still a 13.
Still a 13.
Oh, she's getting really annoyed about that. Alright, this guy's going to bump the bush again. He has not learned his lesson. To be fair, he's really dumb. Okay, so that's a success. He does not take the damage. Alright, 5, 10. Using an action to dash. To there. Using an action to dash to here. Uh-oh, Marcus. You kind of put yourself right in the line there. Crow. I think Crow at this point would just kind of like snort at the rats and trot his wounded ankle over to you, Throk. Like,
okay.
So there. Tanner. Ooh, my neck. Bonus action. I'm gonna... Wait, am I in range? Let's find out. Oh, what do you know? I'm in range. I'm gonna breathe fire at that guy. DC 13. Oh, he missed. Which means I hit.
Oh.
Marcus, please roll me 4 delta... where is it? 4 delta 6 of fire damage. As I breathe fire at the guy who just tried to hit you. He takes 12 fire damage. I'm going to use my interaction. To take out my lance. Cost me 40 feet to get to there. Oh, wait, not that close. Darn it. Pay attention. Oh, go with the horse, Tanner. Sorry, everyone. Apparently, Tanner decided he didn't need to dismount. Or stay with the horse, whatever. Goes there. 5, 10. Alright, I'm going to stab at him now with my action and my lance. There's the lance. That's a 19 to hit for 11 damage, which was exactly the number of hit points he had left.
Wow.
Well, my breath is a little smoky, but that worked better than I thought it would. Krim, the wounded one. And I'm actually going to have long step, take the dodge action, and finish his movement. This button, dodge. There we go. Whoops, not that button. This button. There we go. Krim is going to fly on up and gain advantage from pack tactics, and and stab with his beak at the face of this giant fellow. Getting 15 to hit, which... well, that actually hits for 6 damage. Throk, you are faced with your horse, and there's a battle still going on, and you're not part of it. Rude. And also you have only 6 rounds left of rage. Similarly, Marcus, you have 6 rounds left of bless.
I hop on my mount.
Fair.
And then I move Crow all around here. And is that technically flanking?
I would say yes.
Okay. Now that I'm there, I will... oh. Let's see. I drop my spear, and then I use my interaction to pull out my battle axe.
Alright. You have advantage on the attack. Or you can... yeah,
Okay.
you have advantage. Marcus, I put some words up there, still burning. If you ride over that big fellow in this round, amount will take some fire damage. Yes, exactly. Sorry.
Alright, here's my first attack.
Go for it. That's gonna hit for a total of 10. 8 from slashing, 2 from rage, and that's a heavy wallop. That hurt.
And then I'm going to use my frenzy.
Go for it. Well, yeah, that'll hit for 11 damage, and that guy is already bloodied. Excuse me. Anything else for you, Throk?
That's it for me.
And I should have asked, you're controlling Crow, right?
Oh. Actually, I should be controlling Crow.
In order to make him go where you want him to go, yes, you would have to control him.
Yes.
Okay. Alright, Mount is controlled. I don't think you've been off a Mount once this whole fight, Marcus. Well done. Roscoe, it is your turn. You are confronted with a really big fellow. Now, do note, you do have a melee spell attack called Thorn Whip.
Yeah, and I was thinking about using it.
Well, I'm silly for pointing it out then.
Let's see. Thorn Whip, Thorn Whip, Thorn Whip. Making sure I'm off disadvantage and I'm on normal. Oh, no, wait a second. I would actually be on advantage because I'm flanking.
You would have advantage because of flanking, exactly.
My goodness. So glad I checked that before clicking on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, that'll hit for 6 damage.
Nice!
Which is not
better than 1.
Death. Indeed. Alright, Roscoe, I think that was it for your turn. Unless you want to dismount, which would trigger an attack of opportunity.
No, I'd rather stay here on the back of the horse.
Makes sense. Marcus! It is your turn.
I think... I can't really do a bonus action until after I've made my regular weapon attack, can I?
It kind of depends on the feature you're talking about. What thing are you wanting to try?
Never mind. I'm it probably not. It's a smart idea anyways. I was almost thinking about bonus action attacking this guy first and then making melee over there, but no.
You have your glaive, right? Which has a reach. So that guy's in range of your action. You just attack him at normal.
Huh. It's okay. The more I thought it through, it's not a wise choice anyways.
Alright. Your choice.
I'm gonna attack the one next to me first, at advantage.
Well, that'll hit. For 12 slashing damage, you cut open his chest, belly, and guts. Lovely.
And then I'll ride over his spotting.
Sorry?
Body?
You're
I'm
right
gonna ride
over
over
his what?
his falling body.
Oh.
Yes, I'm
not
riding over him to get around the burning one. And
Sure,
come
I get that.
over here.
I get that. It sounded like you said fotting. His fotting body.
Oh.
I was like, what?
No, sorry.
Whee!
And take this one as well.
What are words?
I'll
Roscoe doesn't know where he's going. You have advantage on the attack, flanking with Tanner.
I'll make a slight adjustment on that. I would have ridden here instead of right next to him.
Okay.
Sorry.
Wait for me.
Oh wait, no, that doesn't work. Never mind. Because I want my advantage. Oh, whatever. Never mind.
What?
Never mind. Make it simple. Nothing. I'm debating back and forth.
Stop arguing with yourself. I don't know what you're saying. That's 11 to hit thanks to Bless, which is a glancing blow for 4 damage.
Oof.
Oof, indeed. Alright, top of the round. There's an audible, annoyed growl from that Dragonborn lady. And
She's gonna get a
try
12.
again. Nope. It was worse. Right. The big guy
I wanted
is
to help you out.
going to take a two-handed swing at Tanner. And utterly whiffs it.
Oof. You need a little bit harder work on that backswing.
Throw is controlled, which means it's now Tanner's turn. Tanner is within 5 feet, which means I'll have disadvantage with the lance, so I'm going to put the lance away with my interaction. I'm going to simultaneously swing my war shield with my action, and my bonus action I'm going to exhale fire with my last fire breath. So dexterity saving throw. I don't gain advantage because I'm not flanked. He fails. Throk will be, what was it, 4 delta 6? 4 delta 6 fire damage, please, and thank you. 10 misses. Aw. Pardon me. That's... ouch. So I swing, miss, and he laughs at me. I go... and there's a giant hole in his chest where his heart should be. And a lot of smoke.
A hole in one.
I don't recommend those potions for flavor, but for effectiveness, they're quite good.
If it's also one way to keep warm.
I suppose I wouldn't recommend it. We are out of initiative order. I assume you let your concentration go, Marcus?
Yeah.
Oops, wrong button. There we go. Tanner is going to have Krim stand down from combat. Searching the dead bodies of the orcs, we find several crude keys. One to the cage with the still annoyed panther inside, and then several others to the manacles holding the women to the tree. As things start settling down and we start unlocking the women, who look both terrified, in pain. I don't know why that one's at 4 hit points. I don't know what happened there. Should be at 1. There we go. The Dragonborn lady, as soon as she's freed, glances up at Tanner's face. How's your sister's leg?
Well, you'd have to ask her.
Marcus, if it's all right with you, I would like to provide these women with some supplies and let them go where they will.
I would think it might be safer for you and if you come with us. You can come to our camp.
The
We
women.
might be about
Sorry, go ahead.
a day's journey away.
The more human women bunch up behind the Dragonborn, who looks at you with utter disdain.
It is enough that he has helped me yet again. I will not be indebted to him. When next we meet, Tanner, we will finish what we started.
Okay, clearly there's something I don't understand between you two.
Clearly, there's history between them.
As before.
Sorry.
No jokes.
Oh. The Dragonborn woman glares at each one of us, and before settling her eyes on Tanner once more.
As before. You have my thanks for your courtesy. There is yet blood between us.
Tanner, after a moment, when you are ready, I will meet you on the battlefield.
Slife.
And Slife, the Dragonborn, along with the now freed women, I'm not going to bother going through and undoing all the tokens. What was that? That's a weird noise.
Sounds like that's something that you want to get in between.
They stomp away after taking, let's see, how many are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? 5, yes. Where are... Nope. Okay, down here then. Sorry, 1 second. Tanner hands over each of them a single ration, leaving himself 5. Also, come to think of it, I probably should have done this before. It might have saved us some preparation trouble. I will see if there's anything unnatural within 6 miles of us. As he focuses his energies and releases his awareness with primeval awareness. There we go. Spell slot spent. I do not feel any unnatural things nearby. I think we are safe for the night to rest, though I would prefer not to sleep here if it's all the same to you, Marcus.
Honestly, I'm kind of looking at this nice, big, cozy, warm campfire in the winter and thinking that does sound like a good idea. You have a reason not to stay here?
I would prefer to not be nearer Slice than I need to be. But it is your decision.
I assume, Roscoe, that you are busy with the keys unlocking the cage. Roscoe? Hello? Oh, he's muted. Roscoe, you're muted.
Yes, I will be actually busy with the cage, unlocking the panther, and also wanting to make it my mount, if it's possible.
Well, do you have a ritual spell? Like, speak with animals? That would enable you to speak with it.
I don't think I have that spell.
If you like, Roscoe, I would be pleased to be of service to you and speak to the Panther on your behalf. I have a little bit of magic left.
I would greatly appreciate it.
I have Speak with Animals as a prepared spell. Tanner casts his last spell slot of the day. And starts speaking at the Panther. It's a very odd experience because to everyone else, it just sounds like Tanner is making yowling and purring noises, but the Panther has locked its glowing eyes on Tanner and is staring with fixed awareness before it gives a low growl.
It says it is willing to aid us. It is not particularly happy about the idea of being ridden. However, it is willing to do so if you will feed it rats every day. For it's not exactly clear on how long. The time does not seem to be something it understands.
Well, if he wants to be fed rats, I will feed him rats.
Tanner looks back at the Panther and gives a brief, short growl. The Panther regards Tanner for a long moment, turns its head to look at you, Roscoe. You're barely its size. And after a long moment of just staring at you with rather unnerving intensity, it gives a low, cautious purr, and then nudges its snout and head against your chin.
He appreciates that you fought to get it free and stayed by its side almost as long as the fight was going on. It's quite impressed with your courage. Essentially saying, well done.
And Throk, don't forget to mark yourself 1 level of exhaustion, and everyone to mark 1 ration gone, as we need to eat for the day. Anyone who wants to can insight on Tanner or ask him questions. It is up to you.
Why does she hate you?
Give me a persuasion check. He just watched like, so why'd she hate you? Oh, jeez. Oh, gosh. Do I have the ability to resist you? Nope.
Tanner winces a little bit. It's a little complicated, actually. Shortly after my sister and I were orphaned, we were trying to find shelter in the mountains. I left her where I thought she would be secure and safe while I went to deal with a problem, but there were some plants pursuing us. It was unpleasant. I didn't know at the time that the place I thought was safe was considered sacred ground to Slythe and her people. They were quite insulted to find, as they put it, an intruder on their holy ground. Slythe cut off my sister's leg as punishment.
Shoot, I'm thinking we should have just killed her before she left.
Marcus, would you please give me an honor check?
I'm not.
So it's going to be a
I don't know how to
d20.
do an honor check.
It's going to be a 1d20 plus 0, because you have your honor score is currently 10. Natural 20.
Oh my!
You would know, based on our honor code as Crusovians, this matter, in essence, Slythe is being treated by Tanner as an honorable foe. Slythe did what was unnecessary, but allowed within her people's law and beliefs. Though it was unnecessary to do what she did. For Tanner, especially with the honor code, because it was so unnecessary, this has now become a blood feud between Slythe and Tanner. However, she was quite helpless in this moment. And you might check that it is dishonorable to slay an honorable foe whose life is staked on your mercy. I believe that would be number 2 under dishonorable. I'm sorry?
Well, it doesn't seem like you have much of an alliance. She's still threatening to kill you at some other point, right?
To be fair, I have threatened to kill her as well.
Okay,
Unfortunately,
but then
unfortunately, the times that we have met in these mountains, including such as today, it would have been wrong to have killed her outright. If I face her, when I face her, it will be on equal terms, without her needing my rescue or us needing each other's aid to survive.
Yes,
whoever would like to can give me a history and/or insight check.
Actually, I pulled up the Crusovian honor code. You are correct. It is number 2 under the dishonorable list.
And as I said, whoever would like to can give me a history or insight check.
Throk, you're really good on history. You want to give him a history check?
And I would say that you would have advantage on the... Whoever wants to has advantage on the history check because it is recent history.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, wow. Throk. Throk, you would recall that Tanner has... Prior to these adventures, Tanner had gained some attention from the elders for having survived several nights in the mountains during a storm through a mutual pact of survival with a sworn enemy, possibly Slythe herself. When Tanner had set out to hunt by himself a giant goat and succeeded, but did so because he had been able to work with Slythe to survive a storm that neither of them could have survived alone. Fate, it seems, interferes in our intent to settle the matter between us. Hopefully soon, fate will be kind enough to stay out of the way.
Hopefully.
If you wouldn't mind, I would like to be alone for a minute. I find myself rather unsettled by the events today.
So are we gonna just let this fire go, or are we gonna use it while it's still lit?
I mean, you can definitely use it. There are 3 bats that, Roscoe, the bats could be harvested for leather that could be used for spell scrolls. Marcus,
Definitely that.
the orcs that we slew here today have rather large great axes. quite heavy, but potentially valuable.
Potentially.
Marcus, are
Okay.
you there? Oh, there you are. You were silent for so long. I was like, are you there? Oh, I forgot to make the panther available. Roscoe, what would you like to name the panther?
I don't know exactly.
Decisions. What will be your decision?
I'll have to think about that.
Very well. Let's see here. Make this available to that and that. You should be able to move the token now. Please try to do so.
Yep, looks like I can move it now.
Yeah, excellent. Real quickly, as Tanner has taken a step aside to ruminate and think about the events of this evening, what are Roscoe, Throk's, and Marcus's thoughts about this matter?
Oh, well, Roscoe's basic opinion is he doesn't necessarily want to meddle into Tanner's affairs too much. It sounds like more personal thing, and sounds like something that he needs to kind of deal with on his own. I mean, don't want to step onto his pride or anything, but I also want to let him know that we're here in case he needs us, but I think he can manage without us.
Marcus and Throk?
Anyone tries to attack Tanner, I'll have his back.
Yeah. I kind of just want revenge, I think. I think she injured your sister and I want revenge. But I'll have to think on it more, I guess.
And for you, Roscoe, you are a walker, which in essence means you are in training to be Seeker Resiv's replacement down the road, so to speak. In many ways, this is the kind of situation that you will eventually have a role in adjudicating matters of honor between friends, foes, and allies, and
Yeah.
enemies. That is part of the duties of the role you have set yourself to.
All right.
It is a victorious evening, and you have plundered the orcs of their great axes, despoiled them of their large bonfire, and the remnants of what appears to be slightly overcooked venison. After a little while, Tanner comes back, having worked on butchering open the 3 giants. It's not pleasant, but I have parts of them that might be usable for alchemical mixtures. I hope you don't mind that I took the liberty, Marcus.
That sounds good. What were you able to acquire?
A spleen, a heart, and then he holds up a rather large, grayish, dripping organ. I'm not entirely sure. It's not working at the moment. Does anyone have proficiency with alchemy sets?
I don't believe I do.
I don't think I do.
All right. Then we will have to find someone who has the ability to make potions. We are able now to settle in and take a long rest and recover some spell slots and hit points. Does anyone want to heal Crow?
Yes, I want to heal Crow.
Because you can heal his hit points if you do so with magic. However, he's still sick.
I'll use my lay on hands on him.
Alright. You spend the last 5 of your lay on hands and cure him of his disease. Crow gives a rather gusty snort, shakes out his mane, and kind of bumps you with his shoulder like, alright, thanks, you're cool, kind of gesture. Alright. I think that is where we shall end for the night. I'm going to return us to the map. So we've traveled for an entire day. Oops, I forgot to move everyone to the map. I moved myself, I forgot to move you guys. Focus pink, there we go. So that is where we are. It is only a few minutes after 5. No, I'm sorry, it's only a minute after 5, give or take, after that battle. I presume, Marcus, that you would like us to take our usual rest order, order of watch, which is Marcus first, Roscoe second, Throk third, and Tanner fourth.
Sure.
Okay. And Roscoe, would you like to use Druidcraft and find out what the weather is for tomorrow?
I would.
You are denied. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead. All right. Thank you. Okay. A surprisingly sort of mild day for tomorrow. There will be no winds in the morning, some light breezes around midday, and no winds in the evening. A typical 30-degree weather all day. Heavy snow in the morning, light snow at noon, and for mercy, no snow in the evening. Alright, so there's that. We have progressed, so here's this. And grab that. Alright, so we have traveled. There we go. This was the Turon tribe's last known location. They may have moved during the day, as we have. We are going to bed down, take our long rest here, and then on the next day, day 9, we'll be setting out to try and find the temple. Alright, I want to thank you both so much for playing, and I hope you had a blast with this fight.
I did. It was challenging.
Excellent. Marcus,
thank you
I hope
for
there you go.
Yeah, thank you for setting up and running the game for us.
Of course. I'm glad. I'm glad that you enjoyed Roscoe / Throk, and Marcus, I hope you enjoyed.
Yeah.
Although it sounds like you have questions.
I got a mount.
I'm very disoriented and confused on some things.
I'm so sorry. What was that?
So I'm very disoriented and confused on some things.
And Roscoe, yes, you have a mount. Although it sounds like you will need to work with him on the idea of taming. You may want to consider rearranging your spell list so you have access to speak with animals, and maybe you can.
I was actually thinking about that.
Because the thing about that is you can cast it as a ritual, and it will not cost you a spell slot. It will take you 10 minutes.
Okay.
So there's that.
Actually, that would be one of the spells that I want to like swap out.
And it has a 10-minute duration. No concentration.
Ooh, that's cool.
All right. Again, thank you both so much for playing. We're taking a long rest, so don't forget to reset your hit dice, you didn't use hit dice, your hit points, your spell slots, any long rest based features, such as lay on hands. I think Roscoe was the only one who got hurt.
I think Roscoe was the only one that got hurt.
Not the only one, but definitely the most severe.
Who was the other one?
I'm pretty sure. Was it Crow and Marcus?
Oh, Marcus got hurt. Okay. Oh, and I got hurt a little. I forgot. I did get hurt. That's why I forgot, because it went mostly into my temporary hit points. Cool. All right. Again, thank you everyone for playing. Unfortunately, we didn't get to use one of the things I was hoping to have happen. Oh, I was looking forward to that. Darn it. All right. Oh well. Maybe next time. And Roscoe, until you can speak with animals and potentially rearrange the terms of the agreement with your unnamed panther, you'll have to find rats tomorrow. All right. Again, thank you for playing. And for those of you watching and listening at home, thanks for joining us. And we'll see you again next week in Land of the Predator.
Good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, fellow adventurers, for joining us once more. Please comment below to vote on what monsters you want to see Marcus, Throk, Tanner, and Roscoe take on next. You can vote for more than one kind at a time. Fire Snake, Ghoul, Imp, Quaggoth Spore Servant, Quasit, Thorny. Shout out and thanks to Hannah for our wonderful character art. If you want to see other examples of Hannah's work, check out her Instagram at HannahWolf224. And if you want to reach out for character art of your own, her email is wildarts22@gmail.com. The music you are listening to is from Tabletop Audio, free music tracks to enhance your gaming experience.
Thank you for watching, and I hope we'll see you again next week.